Hello everyone, welcome to Edutap and welcome to today's very important session. So Edutap is conducting the monthly sessions, the monthly revision sessions where we are conducting the current affairs revision session, the RBI notification reports and schemes revision session every Thursday. Okay, and this series is a very important series for all of you who are preparing for the examination, for the regulatory body examination. Okay, so let's call Gurkirat Sir and Devanshu Sir also, who will be conducting this session with me today. So welcome both of you, and the whole team has put a lot of efforts in today's session, as today we are going to discuss the current affairs, the complete current affairs, in the sense that we are going to discuss the finance current affairs, ESI current affairs and the general awareness also.
Guys, this session will be useful for specifically for those aspirants. If you're targeting the NPS examination, please do not miss any question here, because the last months always play a key role here. So I would say the January month, the complete revision, you can just watch this session and it would really help you in the examination.
Yes.
So make sure that you are going to revise and to be staying in the session till the end of the time, because it is really going to be very helpful for your last minute revision for the January current affairs.
And guys, one thing I would want to say, that before we start with the session, the order of the session will be starting with finance current affairs. Then we will move towards the economic and social issues current affairs, and at the end we will discuss all the important general awareness part here. And I would request only one thing to you guys, that please take a notebook with you and a pen with you, so that what you guys can do is just start attempting the questions. And along with that, the next important thing I would request to all of you is, if there is any additional point which you felt that is something you were not aware of, or that is something new to you, or you want that to be highlighted with you, please note down that point. The ultimate solution for you guys should be that at the end of the session you should have at least 10 to 15 points which are very important for you, which you felt somehow this is something I was missing, and please do revise them. So let's begin with the session, and we will be proceeding with Kritika ma'am here with the finance current affairs. So over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. So now do subscribe to the YouTube channel first, and do join the Telegram channel for the PDF of the session. Okay, so in the Telegram channel you will get the PDF, and the link for the Telegram channel is provided in the description box below. Okay, so the link for the Telegram channel is provided in the description box below, where you will get the PDF of the whole of the session, and this is the revision session which is going to help you a lot. So all the students that were saying that from where they can cover or they can know about the finance current affairs, so today we will discuss the finance current affairs for the January month. Okay, all the important finance current affairs that were present in the January month, we will be discussing those. Okay, if you have the Current App magazine, that is the paid magazine of the Edutap course, then this session will cover most of the finance current affairs for you, for the revision of yours. Even if you do not have the paid course, then also this session is very important for you, as here you will know that which finance current affairs were important in the January month. Okay, and we have brought the most important finance current affairs. The less important ones are not here, the most important ones are covered. Okay, so good evening everyone, welcome to the session. So let's get started with the first question. So RMBS Development Company Limited has now received certificate of registration from the Reserve Bank of India. Now you have to tell me that this company has been established by who, that is who is the major shareholder of this company. Okay, so Dash has set up the RMBS Development Company Limited as the single largest shareholder, and is supported by a strong mix of investor classes across banks, the NBFC, housing finance companies and the insurance companies. So anyone who has the idea that which organization or which entity has set up this company, okay, so is it the RERA, that is Real Estate Regulatory Authority, the Competition Commission of India, or the National Housing Bank? So here I hope you know the answer. So actually it is the National Housing Bank. So National Housing Bank has set up this RMBS Development Company Limited, which has recently got the certificate of registration from the Reserve Bank of India. Okay, now here what is this RMBS? First of all, this RMBS, it is the residential mortgage backed securitization. Okay, so this is a very new concept that many of you might be hearing, that here we are going to talk about the residential mortgage backed securities. So let's say there are a few banks. Let's say this XYZ bank has given the loan for the house, has given the home loans. Various home loans have been given to the person, to Amit, let's say, to Guru Raja, to Swapnil. There is the house loans that have been given. Now the money from this bank is going to these people for the home loans. Okay, so XYZ bank has given the loan to these people. Now the XYZ bank has less money with itself to give further loans. So what this bank is doing, that this bank is repackaging these loans, and the repackaged mortgage, the repackaged home loans, repackaged residential mortgage, this is sold to the investors. Okay, let's say you are giving 10% of interest to the bank. So bank will say that, okay, if the investors invest in this repackaged security, then the bank will give, let's say, 8% of the interest to the investors, or 9.5 or 9% of interest to the investors. So this RMBS, it is the residential mortgage backed securities. This is a process where the housing loan portfolios are pooled together by the financial institutions, and they are sold as securities to the investors, allowing the financial institutions to free up capital. Now, if the XYZ bank, or if the banks are selling, or they are providing the housing loans as the security to the investors, that means investors are giving the money to the XYZ bank. So here the XYZ bank has got back the money, or has got some capital, has freed up the capital. So this is the idea of the RMBS system. Now the RMBS Development Committee Limited has now received certificate of registration from the Reserve Bank of India for its establishment, for its commencement of operations, and NHB, the National Housing Bank, because NHB is working in the domain of the housing sector. NHB wants more and more home loans to be given, more and more the properties or residential buildings to be developed. So for that, this is a very good system, that if the banks are giving loan for the houses, the banks are able to free up the capital by repackaging the loans as the security. Okay, so this is the whole system. I hope you are clear about the RMBS now. So this is the news. Basically, who has set up the RMBS Development Committee Limited. This is the main article that you have to keep in mind. Okay, so RMBS was established by NHB, a statutory body under the Government of India. Now the objective of RDCL, that is the RMBS Development Committee Limited. So the main objective of RDCL is to function as a commercially sustainable market intermediary to facilitate the growth of residential mortgage-backed securitization. So the banks, or the housing finance companies, NBFCs, they are giving loans to multiple individuals, to multiple entities. The home loans are given. Now these home loans can be repackaged as the security and can be sold to the investors, so that the banks are able to get back the money, and the banks can generate more and more loans with the money that they have got back. Okay, so this is the basic idea. Now coming to the second question, the IFCI board has approved a 500 rupee crore capital infusion through a preferential issue of shares to the Government of India. So the Government of India's control, or the Government of India's stake will increase in the IFCI. So now here you have to tell me that IFCI is under which of the following ministry. Okay, and why this IFCI is very important, because it was established in 1948 as India's first development financial institution in our country. Okay, so what are the development financial institutions that help in the development of a particular area, particular sector, like the SIDBI, the Small Industries Development Bank of India, that works in the domain of the small industries. Similarly, IFCI is also a development financial institution, and this was the first development financial institution. Now it is under the Ministry of Finance. Very good, everyone who has given the right answer. So IFCI is under the Ministry of Finance. It was the India's first development financial institution, and in our country, IDBI, SIDBI, IIBI, IFCI, IDFC, these are the development banks in our country. Okay, so IFCI board has approved a 500 rupee crore capital infusion. That means the IFCI is selling the shares worth rupees 500 crores. Now these shares are being sold. These are the preferential shares that are being sold. So preferential share that are being sold means this is a method by which companies issue shares to specific investors only. So here the IFCI is issuing the shares only for the government of India. So that's why it is a preferential share that the preferential issue of share that the IFCI is doing, because the IFCI is launching these shares or is releasing these shares only for the government of India. So preferential issue of shares means this is the method by which companies issue shares to specific investors, often government or institutional investors rather than the public. So the IFCI has done a preferential issue of shares for the government of India, and this will increase the stake of government of India in the IFCI. Why IFCI is important? Because it was it is the India's first development financial institution. Now coming to the next news article. So the CBDT, that is the Central Board of Direct Taxes. So it has said that we are releasing a prudent approach for the tax collection. Okay, so what is this prudent approach that you must know about? Okay, so what is this prudent approach? So that you must know about. There is the full form given to this approach. So what is the full form, or what is the D stands for? So what the D stands for here, that you have to tell me. Okay, so the P stands for professionalism. Similarly, the R, U, D, E, N, T, they stand for something. So what does this D stands for? That you have to tell me. So the D, it stands for dedication and due diligence. Okay, so the D stands for dedication and due diligence. So here the approach of the tax department is changing. The CBDT, that is the Central Board of Direct Taxes, has said that we are adopting the prudent approach. The P stands for professionalism, the R stands for responsible and responsive, U stands for understanding transactions and businesses, D stands for dedication and due diligence, E stands for effective enforcement, N for non-intrusive administration, T for technology based tax administration. So this is the basic idea that the CBDT is taking the CBDT is using the prudent approach now. No, Swapnil, just try to remember. So in the previous news article, the points that I have told you, they are most important. The points that I am speaking, the points that I am saying, those are most important. So IFCI has done a preferential issue of shares for the government of India. The worth of the preferential issue of shares is 500 crores, and IFCI is the first development financial institution established in 1948 under the Ministry of Finance. That's it. Okay. Now coming to the next question, that is SEBI has issued the regulations in 2024 to amend the REIT regulations, the Real Estate Investment Trust Regulations 2014. So Real Estate Investment Trust Regulations were updated, and here the small and medium Real Estate Investment Trust, they were introduced. Okay, so which organization? So Dash has recently received the official license from the SEBI for launching its small and medium real estate investment trust. So which has recently got, which institution, which company has recently got the approval from SEBI to launch its small and medium real estate investment trust? So it is Strata. Very good. Strata has got this approval. Okay, so SEBI, remember this, that SEBI issued the regulations. So the REIT, the Real Estate Investment Trust Regulations, they are the regulations of 2014, and they were updated in 2024 to introduce the small and medium real estate investment trust. And a question has come from this also directly, that what is the minimum and maximum limit for the real estate, small and medium real estate investment trust. So the limit, the minimum limit is 500 crore, or the minimum investment that should be happening should be rupees 500 crore, and the maximum investment that can happen in the small and medium real estate investment trust is 500 crore. Okay, so the minimum is 50 crore and the maximum is 500 crore. So this is the basic idea, that these are the basic guidelines about the small and medium real estate investment trust. As per the SEBI guidelines, the small and medium real estate investment trust should have the minimum investment of 50 crores and maximum investment of 500 crores, and the strata which facilitates the fractional ownership of commercial real estate. So fractional ownership means that the different investors can own the fraction of the real estate, the fraction of the property. Okay, so fractional ownership means this is a method of investment where the multiple investors collectively own a fraction of an asset. Okay, so the strata has allowed the fractional ownership of commercial real estate, and the strata has got the official license from SEBI to launch the small and medium real estate investment trust. Okay, so remember the minimum and maximum, remember the minimum and the maximum limit of the small and medium real estate investment trust, and these are the information about the small and medium real estate investment trust. Now coming to the next question, what is the name of the digital knowledge repository launched by SEBI on the occasion of India's 76th Republic Day? So the SEBI, the Securities and Exchange Board of India, has launched the digital knowledge repository. What is the name of the depository? That you have to tell me, and I hope you know about this repository. So try to answer. So yes, it is Dharohar, a digital repository. This is a digital repository to showcase the milestones in the evolution of the Indian securities market. Okay, so this is the repository. So SEBI has launched Dharohar, milestones in the Indian securities market. Through the repository, the milestones are shown of the Indian securities market. Okay, and this repository is for the investors, it is for the journalists, researchers, for the students and such, to know about the development of the securities market in our country. Now the next question is regarding the MFIN, so the microfinance industry network. Now remember that for the microfinance loans, there are two self-regulatory organizations. Okay, so there are two self-regulatory organizations. One is MFIN and the other one is Shadhan. Okay, Shadhan. So there are two self-regulatory organizations. They are approved under the Reserve Bank of India, and they are the self-regulatory organizations that are looking after the domain of the microfinance. So now the MFIN had said that there are some rules that the microfinance institutions will have to follow from January 1st, 2025. But there is the for the one rule, there is the extension that is provided, that is from April, the rule had to be followed. Now, which of the following rules are correct as per the MFIN? So that you have to tell me. So MFIN plans to limit the number of lenders per borrower to 3, reduced from the current limit of 4 actually. So first one is wrong. This includes maintaining a cap on outstanding loans of any borrower at rupees 2 lakh, including microfinance loans as well as unsecured retail loans. So that is correct, that there is the cap. The MFIN has said that there will be a cap per borrower at rupees 2 lakh. MFIN has also told its members to stop lending to delinquent customers who have overdue loans for more than 60 days with outstanding amount exceeding rupees 3,000. So this is also correct. So second and third statements are correct. The first one is wrong. Okay. So basically, these were the proposed changes that had to be introduced by the institutions from 1st January, that the MFIN had in November told its members to ensure that that no borrower should have loans from more than 3 lenders from the beginning of 2025, from 1st January 2025. But for this particular rule, there is extension that is provided, that this particular rule can be followed from April onwards, but the other rules have to be followed immediately by the members of the MFIN. Okay, so MFIN and Sadhan, they serve as self-regulatory organizations for the microfinance sector, for the microfinance institutions, and they work under the regulation of the Reserve Bank of India. They are approved by the Reserve Bank of India. So I hope this is clear, that for this particular first rule, the extension is provided from January to April. Okay, for the other rules, they have to be followed from 1st January by the members of MFIN. Now coming to the next question, the Reserve Bank of India has announced the names of the members for the Standing External Advisory Committee for evaluating the application for the universal banks as well as small finance banks. So for how many years this committee has been established, and who is the head of the committee, that you have to tell me. Who is the head of the committee? So first of all, this committee is established for the tenure of 3 years, and the chairperson of this committee is M.K. Jain. Okay, Shri M.K. Jan. So here the right answer is A. Very good, everyone who has given the right answer. Very good, all of you. Okay. So this committee is for the for evaluating the application of the universal banks or the small finance banks, and this committee is established for the tenure of 3 years with the chairperson MK Jan. Okay. Now coming to the next question, that is RBI released the list of NBFC upper layer. So there are 15 entities that are kept in the NBFC upper layer. Okay. So here there are 4 layers of the NBFC. NBFC base layer, NBFC middle layer, NBFC upper layer and NBFC top layer. So the 15 NBFCs are kept in the NBFC upper layer. Now you have to tell me that top dash eligible NBFCs in terms of asset size shall always reside in the upper layer irrespective of any other factor. So it is actually how many NBFCs that should always reside in the upper layer as per their asset size? So that is 10 NBFCs. Very good. So 10 NBFCs, that is the 10 biggest NBFCs that have the highest asset size, they should reside in the NBFC upper layer, as well as there is the methodology that has been defined by the RBI. As per the methodology, there can be additional NBFCs that can be kept in the upper layer based on their riskiness, based on their activities and such. Okay. So in total 15 entities are kept in the NBFC upper layer, and these 15 entities, they will reside in the upper layer for now 5 years, Okay. So this is the idea. So I hope you know that the list has been released for the NBFC upper layer, and this list is based on that top 10 NBFCs on the basis of the asset size, and the other NBFCs, the other 5 NBFCs are kept in this list because of the methodology, because of the riskiness of these NBFCs. Okay. So NBFCs in the upper layer. So upper layer shall comprise of those NBFC which are specifically identified by the RBI as per the methodology, and the top 10 eligible NBFCs in terms of their asset size should always reside in the upper layer. Now, if you do not know about the scale-based regulatory framework, if you do not know about the base layer, upper layer, middle layer, what are these layers, which NBFCs are in this layer, what is the whole methodology for selecting the NBFCs in the upper layer, so you can see this session. So I have taken a complete session in February 2025 regarding the list that is released and regarding the whole methodology. Okay. So now coming to the next question, that is the historically Credit Bureau received, so credit information companies, that is the credit bureaus, they receive updates from the lenders, from the financial institutions only once a month. Now the RBI has said that RBI has mandated all the financial institutions, all the lenders, that is the banks, NBFCs, they must update the credit information with the credit information companies within how many days? So that you have to tell me. So before the lenders, they were providing the information to the credit information companies, to the credit bureaus once a month, but now the RBI has said that the information has to be provided by what time? Yes, within 15 days, like for 15 days, So that means the information twice a month has to be sent to the credit information companies at least. Okay, so this is the idea, that now all the lenders must update the credit bureau records every 15 days effective January 1, 2025. Okay, so this is the basic idea. This we have discussed in the finance current affairs in the finance 360 session also. So the RBI implemented a new mandate requiring that all lenders have to provide the information to the credit information companies for every 15 days. Okay. Yes, Swapnil, correct. Now this was also in news, that's why it is in the finance current affair. Okay. Now coming to the next question, in order to promote the cross-border transaction in INR and local national currencies, there are some steps that have been taken by the Reserve Bank of India. So you have to tell me that which of these steps are correct, that are taken by the RBI. Okay. So RBI in its press release has informed that there are certain steps that the RBI has taken for promoting the trade between the countries in INR or in the local currencies So which of the following are the correct steps that have been determined by the Reserve Bank of India? So first of all, overseas branches of authorized dealer banks will be able to open the INR accounts. That means the accounts holding the Indian rupees for a person resident outside India, so that the person resident outside India can use this INR to settle the trade between India and its own. Okay, so overseas branches of our banks. So the banks that are able to convert the rupees into other currencies and vice versa. So the banks that are allowed to do the conversion. So the overseas branches of such authorized dealer banks, they will be able to open the INR accounts, the Indian rupee accounts for a person resident outside India for their settlement of permissible current account and capital account transactions with person resident in India. Okay, so the trade or the transaction should be settled by person resident outside India with person resident inside India. Okay, so this is wrong because here it is not foreign currency account, it is the INR account. The person resident outside India will be able to use their balances held in the repatriable INR accounts for foreign investment, including foreign direct investment in non-debt instrument. That means if the person resident outside India is keeping the INR amount, the Indian rupee money in the accounts with such banks and such, so they will be able to use this Indian rupees for the purchase of the non-debt instruments, or they can use the money for the foreign direct investment in India. Okay, so person resident outside India, they will be able to use their balances held in repatriable INR accounts. Repatriable INR accounts means accounts through which you can send the Indian rupees for foreign investment. So this will be allowed now. Now Indian exporters, they will be able, so this is also wrong because not should not be here. Indian exporters will be able to open accounts in any foreign currency overseas. That means if they want to open their accounts, let's say in Germany, in Italy, in any other country, even in Sri Lanka and such, so Indian exporters will be able to open accounts in any local foreign currency overseas for settlement of trade transactions, including receiving export proceeds and using that money to pay for the imports. Let's say that there is an exporter, the Indian exporter that has opened an account in Germany consisting of German money. So now this money can be used the German importers can pay in German currency, and the exporter, Indian exporter, can use this German currency to pay for the import that this exporter is doing also. Okay, so basically the RBI is also promoting the use of local or national currencies. That means instead of using only one currency, that is dollar, or instead of using only the most important currencies or the hard currencies, rather than that we should start using the local currencies. Okay, so the Indian exporters, they are allowed now to open accounts in any foreign currency overseas for settlement of trade transactions. They can receive the export proceeds, they can receive the money for their exports in this account, in this foreign currency account, and they can use these money for paying for the imports that they are particularly doing. So only the third statement is correct, only the third statement is correct, and that's why the answer is E only. Okay, so these are the steps that have been informed by the RBI for the promotion of the INR and the local currencies in the cross-border trading. Okay, overseas branches of authorized dealer banks will be able to open INR accounts for the person resident outside India for the transactions with the person resident in India. Person resident outside India will be able to settle the bona fide transactions, the allowed transactions with the person resident outside India using the balances in their repatriable INR accounts, such as the special non-resident rupee account or the special rupee Vostro account. Okay, person resident outside India will be able to use their balances held in repatriable INR accounts for foreign investment, FDI and such. Now I can take a separate session on this topic if required, but this is the basic idea that the RBI is promoting the use of INR and the local currencies. I will try to take a separate session on this because some of the terminologies can be difficult for you to understand. So this is a finance current affair. This was in news recently. So I will take a session on this separately, but this is the overall idea. Okay. Now coming to the next question, that is on a review of current liquidity and financial conditions. The Reserve Bank has decided to conduct which of the following operation to inject liquidity into the banking system. So it is understood by the RBI that the liquidity is less in our country. That means the money supply is less in the economy. So RBI is trying to boost the liquidity in the economy. So for that, the RBI has taken certain steps, and this we have discussed in our Finance 360-degree session. So now try to answer this question, that which of the following are actually the steps taken by the RBI for promoting the liquidity in the economy, for boosting the liquidity in the economy. Okay. So the open market operation, see here, the open market operation purchase auction has been undertaken, not the sale auction. So this is wrong actually. The first statement is wrong because the open market operation purchase auction has been undertaken by the RBI, where the RBI is purchasing the government securities from the banks, and the RBI is providing money to the banks, increasing the money with the banking system, increasing the liquidity with the economy. Okay, so first statement is wrong. 56-day variable rate repo auction is undertaken by the RBI, through which, through the repo auction, RBI is lending more to the banks under the variable repo rate. Okay, so this is correct. USD INR buy sell swap auction has been undertaken of USD $5 billion for a tenure of 6 months. So this is also correct. So second and third statements are actually correct. Only the first statement was wrong. Only the first statement was wrong. So here the answer is 2 and 3. Okay. So this is the answer here, 2 and 3. So this we have already discussed. I have taken a complete session on this. So do see the session in the Finance 360. Actually in this where we discussed about the NBFC upper layer and the list of NBFC upper layer, in the same session we have discussed about the rules or the steps taken by RBI to manage liquidity conditions. Okay. Now coming to the next session, that is NPCI International Payment Limited, that is the NIPL. This is the international arm of the NPCI. This has partnered with a Dash based fintech firm Magnati to offer unified payment interface as a transaction method for Indians visiting the other country. So the Magnati is of which country? This fintech firm is of which country with which UPI has UPI has been connected in a way. So this is UAE. Okay. So the NIPL has partnered with the UAE based fintech firm Magnati to offer the UPI UPI payments as a transaction method for Indians that are visiting the UAE and the country. Okay, so this is the basic idea. Just one liner statement is there that the UAE based payment solution provider, UAE based fintech firm Magnati has connected with the NIPL, has partnered with the NIPL to provide the to allow the UPI transactions. Okay, now coming to the next question, that which fintech company has recently received in principle authorization from the RBI. So in principle authorization, that means for the time being, this is not the final approval. This is only the in principle authorization, that is for a limited time you can do the operations. If the RBI thinks that you are doing the operation correctly, then the RBI will provide you the final approval. So the in principle authorization has been provided by RBI to operate as a payment aggregator cross-border entity to which of the following companies? So it is very good. Skydo Technologies. So Skydo Technologies, that is a fintech company, has got the in principle authorization from the RBI to operate as a payment aggregator cross-border. So payment aggregators, they are the entities that can allow the receiving of the money through various methods. Okay. So like the payment aggregators that are connected with the e-commerce platforms. So these payment aggregators, they allow the e-commerce platforms to collect the money through the UPI system, through the wallets, through the cards and such. So Skydo Technologies has got the in principle approval to work as the payment aggregator for cross-border transactions for receiving and allowing the receivance of the money for the import and export transactions and such. Okay, so this is the idea. Coming to the next news article, that recently two fintech platforms announced the launch of an e-wallet, e-rupee wallet. So which are the two fintech platforms that have announced the launch of the e-rupee wallet, and they have announced the launch of the e-rupee wallet with the collaboration with the RBI and the Yes Bank. So which of the following is correct? So it is like these two fintech platforms, they have become the first fintech platforms to provide the e-rupee wallet in collaboration with the Yes Bank and the RBI. Okay, so this is, yes, MobiKwik and Cred. Now in this MobiKwik and Cred also, there is a slight thing that you have to note that, okay, MobiKwik and Cred have become the first non-banking entities to offer the CBDC by launching e-rupee wallets in collaboration with RBI and Yes Bank. Here the CBDC, it can be e-rupee retail, that is for the retail transactions, the one-to-one transactions, or it can be e-rupee wholesale for the interbank transactions and such. Now here one thing to note is that the MobiKwik has become the first fintech to fully launch CBDC. So MobiKwik and Cred, they both have launched the e-rupee wallets. But here you can clearly see that MobiKwik has done the full-scale production version rollout. That means the full-scale rollout for the e-rupee retail segment, for the e-rupee wholesale segment, the full rollout has been done by MobiKwik, while the Cred has only launched the beta version of the e-rupee wallet. Okay, so MobiKwik has become the first fintech to fully launch the CBDC. So here you can understand that the MobiKwik has launched the e-rupee for the person-to-person, peer-to-peer, as well as person-to wholesale also, the person to merchant also, okay, P2M also. So the e-rupee has been launched or e-rupee wallet has been provided for P2P and P2M by the MobiKwik. Now coming to the next one, that is the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India has mandated the exclusive use of Dash, now known as the BankNet, for selling unsold assets under the liquidation process. So the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India looks after the liquidation process. Okay, there are companies that are getting liquidated, so those companies' assets has to be sold. So that will be sold particularly through which platform? Yes, through the e-Cray auction platform that is now known as BankNet. Okay, so this is the idea. Yes, so Ministry of Finance has launched the revamped BankNet. This is the e-auction portal through which the assets will be sold under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India under the liquidation process. Now the IRDI, that is the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, has capped the annual increase in health insurance premium for senior citizens at what percentage? So basically for the senior citizens, if the insurance is being provided, so that insurance prices keeps on increasing, because the senior citizens, they are more under the threat of getting sick, they are more under the threat of getting hospitalized and such. So the senior citizens premiums keep on increasing and increasing and increasing. So the IRDAI has said that this is the cap, or this is the cap in the increase that can happen in the premiums. So that is very good, 10%. Okay, so for the senior citizens, for the benefit of the senior citizens, this cap has been introduced. So IRDAI has capped the annual increase in health insurance premiums for the senior citizen at 10%. So the other idea you can read, I have given you the information here, the basic idea is provided here. Okay, now coming to the last question, that is Dash, a Bangalore based supply chain platform, received the final approval from the Reserve Bank of India to launch the TREDS platform. So there are already 4 TREDS platforms that are present in India, but now this new entity was allowed by RBI to launch the TREDS platform with the name DTX, that is the Domestic Trade Exchange. So yes, very good. So everyone that has seen my session on TREDS, they must know that the CredX has recently launched the TREDS platform. It is CredX, okay? So here the CredX, I have taken a complete session on this. We have discussed that what is the TREDS platform, what is this CredX, how it has got the approval from the RBI to launch the TREDS platform, and what does this TREDS platform do. So do see this session in the Finance 360 if you want to know about the TREDS platform, because we don't have the time to explain the whole news again. But basically the CredX has launched the TREDS platform with the name Domestic Trade Exchange. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the session and I hope you got to know many things. Now if you like, there is one difficult topic, that is the steps taken by RBI for the internationalization of rupee or for the usage of local currency. So for that I can take a separate session, but the other articles I hope you have got the gist and that will help you in the examination. Okay, so now I will call Gurkirat Sir to take this session forward. and everything is clear to all of you? Any confusion, anyone? So I hope there is no confusion. If there is any confusion, do ask me. Otherwise, I will be leaving the session and Gurkirat Sir will be coming. So did you enjoy this? So I hope it was helpful to all of you. Okay, then thank you everyone. Do continue with Gurkirat Sir and enjoy the session. Thank you everyone. Thank you.
Okay, so guys, welcome to the session again now. So I think your finance current affair is over now. We will proceed towards the next important section, that is economic and social issues now. Now, when I talk about ESI here, guys, obviously if you have watched or if you have gone through the magazine of current tab for the month of January, you will have seen one thing, that this time the ESI current affairs, there are not that much amount of ESI news, but still there are very, very important topics which are there. Okay, so we will be discussing about all the prominent topics here. Obviously, I will not be taking each and every news, but I have tried to cover all the important news here, all the important topics which are seen in the current affairs or in the ESI section in the month of January, we will be covering here. So let's proceed with the first session, and the first question I would say, guys, here's a paragraph given in front of you. So first of all, quickly tell me which initiative is being talked about here, because you have seen from the perspective of economic and social issues that the questions are now being asked in the phase 2 examination also. A paragraph based questions are being asked. Okay, so we have tried to provide you those things also, because I told you in the beginning, our main objective is you get to solve all type of questions which are coming in the examination. So tell me which organization is being talked about here. Quickly guys, Kshitij, Jayant, Swipnil, Mitra, Nitya, welcome. I have seen Nitya after so many times, so welcome again Nitya. So it's been a long time. ठीक है, पिछले साल आपने काफी sessions हमारे साथ लगाए हैं, and I wish this year is yours year. So tell me which initiative is being talked about here. It is talking about ANRF, Anusandhan National Research Fellowship Initiative of the Government of India here. Okay, so this is about ANRF, a paragraph on ANRF. Now let's talk about the questions here. First question is based on the information given here. Tell me which of the following statements are correct in terms of with respect to ANRF here. It is funded primarily by donations from philanthropists and foreign investors. No, it is funded by different organizations. Its administrative functions will be overseen by the Department of Science and Technology. That we can see is being given here also. That we can see that this statement, we can get it correct from the paragraph also. Okay, which means second statement is right here. It aims to focus on research in biotechnology and its commercial applications. Obviously right. So our answer will become option number C. 2 and 3 is my right answer here. Now let's look at my second question again on the ANRF here. So it said that ANRF is said to be established with an estimated cost of how much crores, TKG, over the next 5 years, that is from 2023 to 2028. Now you have to tell me how much amount is being given in totality for the development of ANRF, that is Anusandhan National Research Fellowship, and out of that how much amount will be raised from investments from industries and philanthropists. So what will be the answer here? Tell me what will be the answer here. Here answer will be option number B. So option B will be the answer, because in total 50,000 crore rupees will be allocated here, and of which 36,000 crore rupees will be raised to investments from industries and philanthropists. So answer will be option number B here. Okay ji, that's the answer here. Chalo, let's proceed towards my next question here. That is the ex officio president of the Anusandhan National Research Fellowship, ANRF. Governing board is which among the following? Prominent personality of India. And the second is its administrative functions will be managed by which official which is working under Department of Science and Technology. So tell me what will be the answer here now. So what will be the answer now? Answer here will become, that is Prime Minister of India, TKG, is the chairperson of the Anusandhan National Research Fellowship, and among them Chief Executive Officer under the Department of Science and Technology will be looking towards the administrative function. So answer here becomes option number C here will be the answer here. Option C will be the answer here. Now let's look at the ANRF, Anusandhan National Research Fellowship. If I talk about this specific institution, why it's a very premier institution, Anusandhan National Research Fellowship. The reason being that, first of all, it was recommended by National Education Policy so that we have an organization in India which provide a proper direction in a strategic way with regards to research, innovation and entrepreneurship in India. And that you can see here, guys, even in the unit budget, we are now focusing more towards the research centers. We are going to set up PM Research Fellowship Centers that has been announced in the unit budget. ठीक है, तो जब ये चीजें अनाउंस हो रही हैं तो इसका मतलब क्या है, हमारा ये वाला इंस्टीट्यूशन बहुत 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 इंपॉर्टेंट बन जाएगा हमारे एग्जाम के लिए, दैट इज अनुसंधान नेशनल रिसर्च फाउंडेशन, और यू कैन टॉक अबाउट ANRF. ठीक है जी. इट विल बी वर्किंग टुवर्ड्स natural sciences, engineering and technology, environmental earth sciences, health and agriculture, and scientific and technological interfaces will be covered. It will be working towards that specific initiatives. In totality, 50,000 crore rupees is the total estimated cost of setting up this ANRF here, out of which 36,000 crore rupees will be provided from industries and philanthropists. 10,000 will be given by Government of India, and remaining 4,000 we will be getting from the Science and Engineering Research Board, which has now been submerged under the ANRF. ठीक है जी, इंपॉर्टेंट इंस्टीट्यूशन है गाइस, इसलिए इसको डिटेल में डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन विल बी डन बाय डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी. गवर्निंग बॉडी, एक्स ऑफिशियो प्रेसिडेंट विल ऑलवेज बी द प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ इंडिया हियर. ठीक है जी, एंड ही विल फर्दर बी अपॉइंटिंग दीज मेंबर्स दैट यू कैन सी हियर. देन if I talk about the administrative function here, so ex officio vice president will be union minister of science and technology, member secretary, principal scientific advisor, and if I talk about the executive council, that would be chaired by the principal scientific advisor to the government of India. और administratively कौन कर रहा है, CEO under the department of science and technology. Then it will prepare short term, medium term, long term roadmaps with regards to the programs of research and development in country. ठीक है, grants will be provided, translations, supported translations of research, international collaborations, all these things in terms of R&D will be done by ANRF here. So this is about our first question with regards to ANRF, very prominent organization guys, and we have covered that thing. Why is the question I'm taking? Because when I've taken the scheme session with you, that's on previous Thursday, I have talked about the scheme on science research education, which is a part of ANRF. That's why I'm covering ANRF in detail here, and you will see ANRF is seen in news in the month of February also. Now let's proceed towards my next question. ONDC, Open Network for Digital Commerce, one of the most important topic when I talk about RBI, because we have seen a descriptive question on ONDC already being asked in the RBI examination, and now this premier institution has completed 3 years. My question is, which of the following statements are correct in context of the Open Network for Digital Commerce? It was incorporated as a non-profit or non-profit entity in December 2021 and got officially launched in April 2022 with an authorized capital of 500 crore rupees. It aims to democratize the digital commerce, where it will be providing an exclusive platform for large e-commerce giants only. Is it that case? Then it aims to replicate the success of unified payment interface by simplifying the entire online shopping process, enabling sellers and buyers to interact seamlessly across different platforms. So what will be the answer here? Tell me. What will be the answer here? Answer here will be, guys, that is option number B. 1 and 3 will be the right answer here. The reason being that because it aims to democratize the digital commerce, but not exclusively focusing on large scale e-commerce giants. It will be focusing on both large and small. ठीक है जी, लार्ज स्केल नहीं, हम स्मॉल स्केल बिजनेस जायंट्स की बात कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, लार्ज स्केल बिजनेस जायंट्स की बात क्यों करेंगे यहाँ पे. एंड सेकेंड इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट विच यू विल सी हियर इज ONDC is a kind of India's initiative to have an competition against the giants like Amazon, Flipkart. So when we are competing with these, how we can say we will be helping only large e-commerce giants? So common sensically we can solve this question. So answer will be option number B. 1 and 3 will be the right answer here. Talking about ONDC, ONDC is working under Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. which is the implementing agency of ONDC. It's a not-for-profit company, that is non-profit company under Section 8 of the Companies Act. Then when I talk about ONDC, the other prominent thing you need to remember here with regards to ONDC is that it wants to replace the same success that India has seen in terms of digital payment, which is to replicate the same thing that UPI has done here. It will be physically focusing on these three agendas, that is decentralization of architecture, where the we will be basically we can say a seamless interconnectivity will be provided here. Buyers, sellers, they can connect here. Then it is based on open standards. So it ensures that any seller or buyer platform, if it is adhering to the protocols of the ONDC, they can participate here openly. Okay, ji? Participants are classified as buyer applications, seller applications, logistic providers, and different categories are given here so that you have a clear-cut idea here. Okay? It's a very important topic because it is something where the objective is to democratize the digital commerce. कहीं ना कहीं यही इसका negative point भी है. If you have seen the recent articles, why it is being said that ONDC has not reached up to that level where Amazon, Flipkart are there, or Walmart you can see is there. Why ONDC is not at that platform? The reason being that is guys because यहाँ पे हर चीज बहुत ज्यादा ही decentralized हो चुकी है. ठीक है? For example, I am a buyer and I have some certain set of technologies which I want to give. So I will be going to ONDC and will be saying that I have this technology, I am ready to share this technology here. But the point is, there might be the third person who is saying, okay, I will be collaborating with you. अब देखो क्या हो रहा है, इशू क्या आ रहा है, अगर मैं आपको हिंदी में समझाऊं, इशू इज दैट कि भाई ये बंदा अलग है, ये बंदा अलग है, इनका आपस में लिंकेज नहीं बन पा रहा है. अगर इसने काम नहीं किया और इसने काम बोला इसको करने के लिए, तो एक काइंड ऑफ ग्रीवांस जो है वो कौन रिड्रेस करेगा, इश्यूज कौन रिजॉल्व करेगा. ये बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है जो कि Amazon में बहुत सी है. Amazon has a clear cut protocol, clear cut standard here. That is why somehow you might be seen in some articles which have been there recently in the newspapers also, that ONDC has not reached up to that level where the government has expected it to reach. That is something I would definitely say, if you are writing or if you are practicing the descriptive answer writing, please have an idea of ONDC's limitation. Please do write some points, take some points here so that you can write a better descriptive answer, because if they have already asked you a descriptive answer, it's not that they will be giving you the exact topic, but somehow guys, digital e-commerce is a very, very important, it's an open topic. ठीक है जी, तो आप डालो. Regulatory hurdles can also be written here. Obviously, you can write those points. So that is what I would advise to all of you. Swapnil, Gururaj, Mitra, Kshitij, Nitya, please do write. Please start searching out these topics also with regards to descriptive answer writing. So that is about ONDC. Let's move towards my next question, that is on aspirational district program. So if you have seen the examination of NABARD this year, on a similar line, the question has been asked on aspirational district program on the parameters of ADP. So that's why we would say, guys, if you are preparing current affairs, look at the current affairs of different examinations because they can ask you a question on any topic. So ADP is a very prominent topic. ठीक है जी, initiative of Niti Aayog, aspirational district program, aspirational district block, both are very, very important initiatives. But ADP was seen in news in the month of January here. My question is that, guys, what news was that aspirational district program, simply it was seen in news. It's an initiative announced in January 2018 by the government of India, where it wants to develop the underdeveloped districts of India here. Point is that they're telling which of the following is not a parameter of ADP. Among these, which of the following is not a parameter of the ADP here? Health and nutrition, urban development, gender issue, rural development, financial inclusion, and skill development. So let me see how many of you know the answer here. Good to see, guys. The answer here will be option number B, absolutely right, 2, 3, and 4 here. When I talk about the parameters of aspirational district program, these are the 5 parameters you must have, and I would say you must know. I'm not saying you should, you must know these things, because now the examiner is targeting these things. And it might be, you might see this year in the examination, they might ask you in terms of their preference. Okay, ji? What percentage they are contributing. So, health and nutrition, education, agriculture and water resource, financial inclusion and basic infrastructure. These are the 5 parameters here. ठीक है जी. अब सिंपल बात है. Let's talk about from the perspective of SDGs. We want a health. When we have a better health, what we will do? We will provide them a basic education, because we are an agrarian country, so we should always think about education and agriculture. And for agriculture, water is a necessity, so you can say water resources here. When you have this thing, the next important part, when you have a proper health, you have a proper education, you want your agriculture to be enhanced, what will you focus on? You will focus on their financial skills now. That is financial inclusion. And when you have done all this thing, now what you will do, because you have a money, you have a targeting sector of agriculture, education, and you have a proper health, now you will work towards the basic infrastructure. So this is how you guys can remember these 5 parameters here of aspirational district program here. Further, they are divided into 49 key performance indicators also. Okay, and now these 49 KPIs are not important. I would not say remember all the 49 KPIs. That's not that much relevant for the examination. So it basically works on the principle of convergence, collaboration, and competition here. So this is about your aspirational district program and initiative of Niti Aayog here. Let's proceed further with my next question, that is on the centralized pension system which was seen in news. So recently it has been informed by the Employees Provident Fund organization regarding the implementation of centralized pension payment system. You have to tell me what is the main feature of centralized payment pension system. It has been defined that it enables the pensioners to access their pension from any bank branch nationwide without the need for physical verification. Now you can see here there are some statements which you can just solve by looking at the question only. First thing, pensioners must visit the bank for physical verification. That is completely opposite to that. This statement is completely wrong. Then it says pensioners can receive their pension only from government authorized bank. That's the again any bank जब लिखा है तो ये तो यहीं से गलत हो गया. Pensioners can access their pension from any bank or branch across India without physical verification. That is the right answer here. So answer will be option number C here. And this is something as now you might be wondering कि सर ऐसा क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में कब आएगा कि आपने सेम चीज यहाँ पे लिखी, सेम चीज यहाँ पे लिखी. ये तो आप कंप्लीटली मजाक कर रहे हो सर, ऐसा कभी नहीं आ सकता. See guys, I would tell you there was an examination, I think it was in the year 2021 or maybe in the year 2022. The NABARD examination, there were 2 questions on NRLM. And both the questions were placed in such a way where the answer of the first question was mentioned in second question and the answer of second question was mentioned in the first question. It has already been seen. I'm not saying that you will definitely see. अगर मिल गया तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, चांसेस कम है, बट ऐसा नहीं कि कभी ऐसा क्वेश्चन नहीं आ सकता. ठीक है ना? तो दैट इज समथिंग. थोड़ा सा इस पे आप, अब ये क्वेश्चन मैंने इसलिए डाला था कि थोड़ा सा आपको प्रेजेंस ऑफ माइंड यूज करनी है. इट्स कंप्लीटली प्रेजेंस ऑफ माइंड. इट्स नथिंग न्यू हियर. इफ यू हैव रेड द क्वेश्चन सीरियसली, यू कैन गिव द आंसर जस्ट विद इन 5 सेकेंड्स. और ये भी करना आना चाहिए. ठीक है. Now let's talk about centralized pension system or centralized pension payment system here. It's an initiative worked by Employees Provident Fund organization. Objective is simple, to help the pensioners here. So pensioners can revive their pension from any bank or branches across India. ठीक है जी. Which the important thing is for the pensioner is they cannot go to the banks because they are senior citizens. Somehow they could not go to the bank. So what has been done here is it has eliminated the need for physical verifications. ठीक है जी. And pensioners are credited immediately upon the release here. No requirement to transfer pension payment orders. ठीक है जी. आप सिंपल आपके बैंक से ट्रांसफर हो जाएंगे. And it has also improved the efficiency because it's a decentralized system with limited bank agreements. ठीक है. And a centralized platform is being given here. ठीक है. So that is the thing to be remembered here. Now centralized pension payment system, when we're talking about, we might have already read a news on pension adalat also. So recently a pension adalat has also been undertaken by the minister, that is Mr. Dr. Jitendra Singh ने, जो पेंशन जो हमारे मिनिस्टर हैं मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ पर्सोनल के, उन्होंने भी अभी पेंशन अदालत रिसेंटली ही हैज अंडरटेकन अ पेंशन अदालत. और वहां पे भी उन्होंने ये बोला कि जो पेंशन केसेस थे उनको रिजॉल्व करवाया गया है जो नॉर्मली हो सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज इंडिया हैज सबमिटेड इट्स 4th बायएनुअल अपडेट ऑफ द UNFCCC रिफ्लेक्टिंग द प्रोग्रेस ऑन इट्स nationally determined contributions. Select the correct statements with regards to India's emission and climate actions here. The question is, India's greenhouse gas emissions decreased by 7.93% in 2020 compared to 2019. The energy sector is the largest contributor to greenhouse gas emission in India, which is followed by agriculture and waste components here. India reduces its emission intensity by 36% of GDP, that is from 2005 to 2020. And if I talk about, they can be three different questions also, and there can be a statement based question also. So this is the type of questions we are seeing in the examination, a clear-cut factual question. So what is the answer for that? The answer for that is option number D, 1, 2 and 3. All of the above statements given here are correct. And in addition to that, I would say there is one additional information you must remember is India's forest and tree cover. So India's forest and tree cover, it has been said, has constituted 25.17% of the geographical area of India. ठीक है जी? And its share of global greenhouse gas emission has remained a very low, that's at 4%, which is a kind of you can say a very positive intent shown by India, because you might be seeing that from the past 2 to 3 years, the Indian government is really pushing hard in terms of the environmental initiatives, be it Mission Life, Lifestyle for Environment, ठीक है जी? And then you can talk about the greenhouse gas emissions. Then we have punch shield target here, net zero target of carbon emission, that is by the year 2070. So that you can see, ठीक है, कहीं ना कहीं उसी की बात यहाँ पे भी गवर्नमेंट ने की है. चलिए, next question is a very important question, guys, because we have seen this sort of question in the RB examination. So according to the World Gold Council data, which was released or which has been announced recently, you have to tell me which are the two prominent central banks who have or who were being the largest and second largest buyer of gold. And this on similar sort of thing, we have seen a question in the 2023 examination. That's in terms of gold reserves. So here I am asking you the buyers of the gold. ठीक है जी? The topper, the largest buyer has added around 21 tons of gold, and the second largest buyer has added around 8 tons of gold. Or you can say has purchased 8 tons of gold. So what is the answer here? Answer is option number B. Good to see, guys, that you have revised the current time magazine thoroughly. That's really good to see. So answer is option number B, National Bank of Poland and Reserve Bank of India. Absolutely right, guys. Okay? So they are the largest buyer of gold as per the recent data released by the World Gold Council. Now, if I talk about World Gold Council as an organization, this is a prominent organization which talks about the selling and purchasing of gold here, because it promotes and sustains the gold demand through marketing, research and advocacy here. Maximize industry growth by monitoring and supporting the gold consumption here. TKG, it was established in 1987 and it is headquartered at London, that's in United Kingdom. So objective here is it covers 75% of the global annual gold consumption. So that is the representation it has, and that's why the data released by World Gold Council is very important here. Okay ji, chalo, let's proceed with the next question here. So recently the Prime Minister has congratulated Mr. Antonio Costa, who has assumed the charge of the European Council here. You have to tell me which of the following statements are true regarding the European Council. Remember, there is a difference between European Council and European Union. They are different. European Council is different concept. European Union is a different organization. So you have to tell me which statements are correct in terms of European Council. It says it operates by unanimous voting for all decision. It was formed in 1974 and it was formalized by the Maastricht Treaty. It is responsible for enacting the European Union legislation. It holds meeting only once in a year, that is in Brussels here. The European Council only deals with financial and monetary issues. So what is the right statement? Tell me. And I want all of you to give me the answer here. And guys, one thing very important. See, I have also been an aspirant here. And I know generally क्या होता है, जब हम कोई टेस्ट देख रहे होते हैं YouTube वीडियो, आधा से ज़्यादा टाइम तो हम लोग उस वीडियो को छोड़ देते हैं. ठीक है? रीजन क्या हो सकता है? या तो आपको टीचर पसंद नहीं आता. इट माइट बी केस कि आपको शायद मैं पसंद ना आ रहा हूँ. ये भी एक रीजन हो सकता है. दूसरा कॉमन रीजन क्या हो सकता है कि यार नहीं बाद में कर लूंगा, मुझे तो सारा आता है. दैट कैन ऑल्सो बी रीजन हियर. थर्ड होता है कि मैं अटेम्प्ट ही नहीं करता, यार छोड़ो पड़े, मैं बाद में करूंगा, मेरे को पीडीएफ मिल जाएगी. हाँ. सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज गाइस, मैं आपको बताऊं एक सीरियस एक आपको सीरियस सजेशन दूं, what you should do is always attempt the questions irrespective of whether you know the answer or not. करो हमेशा. If you have come to the session to solve each and every question, look at your performance, because that will also give you an idea कि यार अगर मैं guess work भी मारूंगा तो क्या मुझे आता है कि नहीं आता. क्योंकि यार अल्टीमेटली जब आप एग्जाम में जाने वाले हो, ना तो मुझे सारे क्वेश्चन पता है ना आपको सारे क्वेश्चन पता है, बट जितने प्रैक्टिस कर रहा हूं, जितने ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस प्रैक्टिस करोगे, जितना ज्यादा अपना माइंड को खोलोगे इन फॉर्म ऑफ प्रैक्टिसिंग द क्वेश्चंस, दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग एंड दैट इज द सोल ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द सेशंस आल्सो. यहां पे मैं आपको ये थोड़ा ना कहने आया कि आपके सारे के सारे क्वेश्चन ठीक होंगे. कम से कम अटेम्प्ट तो करो ना, देखो तो सीखे आप कहां पे हो. बहुत बच्चे बोलते सर मुझे तो करंट अफेयर्स ना आता है, सर मैंने तो सब कुछ पढ़ा हुआ है, आई नो एवरीथिंग, आप मुझे बताओ मैं आगे क्या पढ़ूं. भाई अगर पहले सॉल्व तो करो ना, या देखो मेरे सारे क्वेश्चंस ठीक हैं क्या, मेरे यहां पे अगर मैंने मुझे सबसे इजी क्वेश्चंस भी लग रहे हैं तो क्या मेरे सारे इजी क्वेश्चंस ठीक थे? नहीं ठीक तो करो ना, ठीक है ना. क्योंकि यार ये मैं आपको ना एक एज अ बिग ब्रदर एडवाइस दे रहा हूं. आई हैव सीन मैनी एस्पिरेंट्स जो क्या करते हैं कि सर बाद में पीडीएफ आती है उसको देख लेते हैं, आंसर याद कर लेते हैं. पीडीएफ में आंसर नहीं याद करना यार, करो सॉल्व. यही मेन चीज है, क्योंकि अल्टीमेटली जितनी चीजें प्रैक्टिस करोगे, जितनी चीजें सॉल्व करोगे, उतना ही अल्टीमेटली बेटर परफॉर्म करोगे एग्जाम में. And that is my only request to you. You are coming here, solve the questions. So please do promise me here, ठीक है जी, in the chat section as well as in the comment section कि yes sir, we promise we will be solving the questions. ये आपके लिए यार, मेरे लिए नहीं आप कर रहे हो, आप अपने लिए कर रहे हो. So please do solve. Please quickly write me in the chat section, yes sir, we will be solving the questions, and even in the comment section आप मुझे बताना कि yes sir, we will be solving the questions, we will be practicing, और हम फोड़ देंगे इस बार एग्जाम. ठीक है जी, चलिए. So on that note, I can see the question, the answer is absolutely right, the answer will be option number B. ठीक है जी. अगर मैं बात करता हूं यूरोपियन काउंसिल की, तो यूरोपियन काउंसिल क्या है? एक बेसिकली इनफॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है which was formed in 1974 under the Maastricht Treaty. It's again headquartered in Brussels, where we have a headquarter of NATO also. NATO's headquarters is also in Brussels. ठीक है जी. The objective is simple guys. It comprises of 27 European Union member states. ठीक है जी. Which meets at 4 times in Brussels. जहां पे additional meetings भी हो सकते हैं if they need. And the next is decision making. It generally operates by the consensus method, not by the all voting method. It goes with the consensus method. Strategically, if I talk about here, the state, if talk about the sets of the European Union's overall direction and political priorities are being done without there is no legislation given here. ठीक है जी. It addresses and integrates the several unresolved matters with the intergovernmental levels here. Then foreign and security policies, it establishes the European Union's common foreign and security policies here, और high level appointments आपकी यहाँ पे होती हैं of the European Union. It is not saying that a chairman is appointed, but the high level appointments are generally being done here from the European Union as well as European Central Bank and the European Commission here. Chaliye. On that note, let's go with the next question here. That's on BRICS, a very important organization, regional economic cooperation organization, which we have seen consistently seen in news here. BRICS as an organization. So the news was actually that Indonesia has now officially joined the BRICS group and it has become the 10th member of BRICS here. My question is, which of the following statements are correct regarding BRICS here? The BRICS was originally formed as an informal group of Brazil, Russia, India and China. That is BRIC, which later on in 2010 expanded by including South Africa here. Then it became BRICS in 2010 here. Then the term BRIC was actually coined by the economist Jim O'Neill, that is in 2001. Nigeria has now become the 9th partner country. Remember, it is the member country and it is the partner country. Is Nigeria a partner country or not? So Nigeria has become the 9th partner country with the countries like Belarus, Bolivia and Cuba here. The BRIC summit was first held in 2009. That's in Yekaterinburg. Yekaterinburg, that's in Russia here. ठीक है जी, चलिए. So the answer is guys option number E. All the statements given here are correct here. Falak, देखिए, I will be having a talk with Kritika ma'am and I think she is the best person to give a proper lecture on Basel norms. ठीक है, it's a quite अब मैं बोलूँ थोड़ा सा स्टैटिक ओरिएंटेड टॉपिक है, तो बेटर है वी विल डेफिनेटली हैव अ सेशन, मैं कृतिका मैम को बोल दूंगा वो आपके साथ एक प्रॉपर सेशन ले लेंगे बेसल नॉर्म्स के ऊपर, क्योंकि काफी ज्यादा चीजें हैं इसके अंदर, तो मैं नहीं बोलूँ इतने छोटे स्पैन ऑफ टाइम में बेसल फटाफट में कवर भी हो सकता है. सो आई विल डेफिनेटली हैव अ डिस्कशन विद कृतिका मैम, एंड आई थिंक इन हर फाइनेंस 360 क्लासेस I would request that please take a session on basal norms also, if she can take. Okay? नहीं हुआ तो we will plan a session where we could help you on the basal norms also. Because बहुत ज्यादा बड़ा टॉपिक है यार, तो इतना टाइम नहीं होगा कि मैं पूरा टॉपिक डिटेल में पढ़ा पाऊं. ठीक है? So I'm really sorry for that thing. I'm really happy that you have asked me a question, but due to the paucity of time, it won't be feasible to explain the basal norms in detail. ठीक है? तो बेसिकली बैंकिंग के लिए होते हैं. डिटेल में क्या है मैं आपको हम कृतिका मैम से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, वो आपको पढ़ा देंगे. ठीक है, चलो आगे बात करते हैं ब्रिक्स की. तो ब्रिक्स बेसिकली क्या, इट्स एन इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ठीक है जी, विच इज एन इंटर गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कंप्राइजिंग ऑफ 10 कंट्रीज. दैट इज फर्स्ट इट वाज ब्रिक, ब्राजील, रशिया, इंडिया, चाइना. दैट कम्स द एस, दैट इज साउथ अफ्रीका. देन वी हैव द 4 कंट्रीज दैट वाज एडेड लेटर ऑन, दैट वाज ईरान, इजिप्ट, इथियोपिया, यूएई, मेकिंग इट 9 member countries. And then we have Indonesia. In totality now we have 10 members. So BRIC does not have a headquarter, I would say. BRICS bank has an headquarter. So BRIC का headquarter नहीं है, BRIC बैंक का है. इसका बैंक क्या है? NDB, New Development Bank is the bank of BRICS. ठीक है, it has an headquarter but BRIC does not have an headquarter. So first formal summit of BRIC was launched in 2009. The term BRIC was coined by Jim O'Neill. That's in the year 2001, a prominent economist here. And in 2024, 4 new members that I've told you, and now we have Indonesia becoming the 10th full member here. Let's talk about the next question. That's on e-way bill. That's again a similar question we have seen in the RBI Grade B examination in the year 2022. Same question on a similar line. The question was asked on e-way bill in the 2022 RBI Grade B examination. You can see it as a previous year question paper also. Same यही चीज पूछी गई थी वहां पे भी. So what was the answer here in terms of e-way bill? E-way bill is mandatory for consignment worth over how much crore or how much rupees under the Goods and Services Tax Act? The answer is rupees 50,000. Above rupees 50,000, your e-way bill is mandatory. Okay, and when I talk about e-way bill, ठीक है जी, electric bill that is on for the travel under the Goods and Services Tax, your e-way bill is required. Ticket, it is mandatory for a consignment worth over rupees 50,000, and it is mandated under the GST Act here. Registered users on GST will be provided a 15-digit unique transport ID under the e-way bill here. Then validity of the bill is upon the distance that have to be transported. और एक दिन में I think 100 किलोमीटर तक का डिस्टेंस ही आप कवर कर सकते हो. सो प्लीज कंफर्म दिस डाटा. ठीक है, इसको कंफर्म कर लेना कि इट इज 100 किलोमीटर और मोर देन दैट, बट आई थिंक इन अ डे यू कैन ट्रेवल 100 किलोमीटर, शायद इतना ही होता है एक दिन में. ठीक है, ऑन अ ई-वे बिल. चलो, आई एम नॉट श्योर अबाउट दैट थिंग, स्टिल आई एम सेइंग आई एम नॉट श्योर अबाउट दैट थिंग, बट मेरे हिसाब से 100 किलोमीटर होता है शायद. बाकी मैं आपको कंफर्मेशन जो है आई विल बी गिविंग यू द कंफर्मेशन ऑल्सो एट द एंड. ठीक है, चलो let's look at the next question. The next question is on the Indian Ocean Rim Association. So recently Mr. Sanjeev Ranjan, he has been appointed as the next Secretary General of the Indian Ocean Region Association, Indian Ocean Rim Association, who is from India. So that becomes this important, that makes this organization very, very important here. Now my question is, which of the following statements are true about the Indian Ocean Rim Association? It was established in 2000 with 15 member states. IOR's primary objective is to promote economic cooperation, sustainable development, and regional security among countries bordering the Indian Ocean here. Then it includes 30 member states and is supported by 5 dialogue partners here. It was granted an observer state at the United Nations in 2010. ठीक है जी. IOR's member includes United States, China, and the European Union, but not India. अगर देखो ये तो क्लियर कट हो गया, अगर इंडिया का बंदा जनरल सेक्रेटरी जनरल बना है तो इंडिया तो मेंबर होगा ही होगा, तो ये तो बिल्कुल गलत है. ठीक है जी. सो व्हाट विल बी द आंसर हियर? आंसर विल बी ऑप्शन नंबर बी हियर. नाउ व्हाई बी? लेट्स लुक एट IORA हियर. It was not established in 2000, it was established in 1997 here. It does not have 30 members, it actually includes 23 member states here. ठीक है जी. And then it has 12 dialogue partners here. The European Union, United States and China are the dialogue partners, not the member countries here. India is one of the member country along with Australia, Indonesia and South Africa here. And now we talk about here in 2015, it was granted an observer state under the United Nations as well as in the African Union also. Okay, so that is the thing here in terms of Indian Ocean Rim Association. Now let's proceed with my next question here, that is on the Tribal Development Report 2022. So guys, the news was that actually NASSCOM, NASSCOM along with Niti Aayog, it has signed a memorandum of understanding. An agreement has been signed where they will be providing digital skills to the particularly vulnerable tribal groups. But in that whole news, the prominent thing was this important fact. And you might have seen in the current tab, we have a special section of Did You Know also, which covers very important factual information. So this is the important factual information I have taken from that part of the magazine. According to the Tribal Development Report of 2022, the literacy rate among the particularly vulnerable tribal group is what percentage, which is significantly lower than the national average of what percentage. So what is the answer here? Answer is option number B. ठीक है जी, 47.7% and 77.3% is the answer here. So again, really good to see guys that you have read the magazine thoroughly. Chalo. ठीक है जी, चलो जी. Let's proceed towards my next question. Global Plastic Action Plan, a very important initiative recently seen in news. So one is your nationally determined contribution targets that you have shared. Then is ethanol blending program that I am going to discuss today in the class further on. And then we have the Global Plastic Action Plan. So recently the Global Plastic Action Plan has achieved its target of establishing 25 national partnerships. Now, which of the following statements are correct in terms of this thing here? The Global Plastic Action Plan was actually launched at the Sustainable Development Impact Summit of the World Economic Forum that has taken place in the year 2018. It basically aims to address the plastic pollution through multi-stakeholder commitments and convert them into actionable measures. Now, Maharashtra and India is included in the Global Plastic Action Plan's coverage here, which is contributing its global outreach also. So, what is the right answer here? So right answer here guys, option number A, all the statements given here are correct. So option number A, 1, 2 and 3, all the statements given here are correct regarding the Global Plastic Action Plan here. ठीक है जी, तो यही 3 स्टेटमेंट्स इसमें मेन भी थी जो आपको पता होनी चाहिए. चलिए अब बात करते हैं हमारे नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ इस क्वेश्चन के ऊपर. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल टेल मी व्हिच अमंग द फॉलोइंग इनिशिएटिव इज बीइंग टॉक्ड अबाउट हियर. टेल मी व्हिच इनिशिएटिव इज बीइंग टॉक्ड अबाउट हियर. A very important initiative. And if you are watching this specific portal guys, you might have seen that from the past, I would say past 3 to 4 months, this is an initiative which is consistently being seen in news. कम से कम पिछले 2 महीने तो है ही है. Which initiative is that? Quickly tell me in the chat section. Which initiative is that? It is talking about e-Shram portal of the Ministry of Labor and Employment. So Ministry of Labor का initiative है e-Shram portal, and what is the keyword here? National Database on Unorganized Workers, NDUW. ठीक है, चलो. So let's look at the question on e-Shram portal here. My first question is, recently the Union Minister of Labor and Employment has launched a multilingual functionality on the e-Shram portal. Which of the following statement is true about the new functionality on this platform? Give me the answer here. What is the right answer here? So here, first of all, we will be looking at these 3 questions on e-Shram portal, and then we will be going to the explanation here. What's the first answer, guys? Tell me. What is the first answer here? The first answer here is that option number B will be the right answer here. Option number B. Absolutely right. Good to see, Mitra. Option number B. Good. Let's look at the next question. Question number 16. Again, a question on the e-Shram portal, because in your magazine also you have seen 3 news on e-Shram portal. ठीक है, किसके साथ हुआ था एग्रीमेंट? भाषिनी के साथ हुआ था, वो मैंने आपसे पूछ लिया. एक न्यूज और आई, दैट इज ऑन OSI, ऑक्यूपेशनल शॉर्टेज इंडेक्स. देयर वाज न्यूज ऑन ऑक्यूपेशनल शॉर्टेज इंडेक्स व्हिच एक्चुअली इंटरनेशनल लेबर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रिलीज. Okay, so tell me what should be the answer here. The OSI is based on International Labour Organization methodology, and it takes data from which of the following surveys of the government of India? That is the Quarterly Periodic Labour Force Survey. Option number D will be the answer here. Then we have the final question on e-Shram portal that's in front of your screen, which is the most easiest question of the day, I can say. That is on universal account number. So you have to tell me e-Shram is a portal introduced. This portal introduced the universal account number to uniquely identify the unorganized workers. Now this universal account number is how many digit number? It is a 12-digit number here. Now when I talk about e-Shram portal, it's a very important initiative launched by the government of India, which is the national database for unorganized workers. You might have seen that whenever we talk about the data collection where the government is targeting the unorganized workers, it always talks about e-Shram portal. Now to make it easy to make the availability, to make it easily understandable for the people, the government has signed an agreement with Bhashini portal, which is a portal of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Language translation का initiative हमारा Bhashini portal. So under that, the multilingual functionality on e-Shram portal has been launched by the government of India. Now, under this, the portal now will be available in all the 22 scheduled languages of India. ठीक है जी, which earlier was available only in the languages of English, Hindi, Kannada and Marathi. Now, what will be the benefit of that? It will make this portal a one-stop solution, and the important thing is it will make it user-friendly and user-centric. ठीक है जी? Sijant, I will say with respect to the important data, ठीक है जी, what you can do is note down these data. Do not go with dynamic data which are subjective to change. Okay, do not go with those data, but obviously the data that is like the nationally determined contribution targets or like this reports data which are given here. So note down these points. Note down कर लो और इनको alternate days पे revise करना, पढ़ना शुरू कर दो. Do not cram these data. Write down somewhere. That is why I have said in the starting of this lecture, please take a pen and a notebook with you. The data you're not able to understand, write down these data. At least go through them at least 5 to 6 times. Then I think you will have an idea. Do not cram. Again, I'm saying do not cram this data. आप समझ लो इस पॉइंट को, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है यहाँ पे, ठीक है ना. आई नो यू आर अ वर्किंग कैंडिडेट गाइज एंड आई कैन रिलेट टू यू जयंत के वर्किंग कैंडिडेट के साथ बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल हो जाता है यार कि नहीं डाटा. आप घबराओ मत. ओनली थिंग इज डू नॉट बी स्ट्रेस्ड. ठीक है जी. Obviously, still you have an ample amount of time. You can prepare with the static part and then further on go with the current affairs. But हाँ, जैसे सेशंस में आते हो तो घबराओ मत. नहीं आ रहा लिख लो और उसको रिवाइज करो. जैसे आपको संडे छुट्टी, सैटरडे संडे की छुट्टी होती है, वहां पे रिवाइज कर लो इनको. ठीक है, चलो. So then there was OSI, Occupational Shortage Index, which is an initiative of International Labour Organizations, why guys I could say, and this index is basically based on the methodology of quarterly. The data is picked from the quarterly periodic labor force survey because it will help policy makers, institutional makers, so that skill gaps can be filled here. The next question is on the coffee production. So you might have heard this news. India has recently became the 7th largest producer of coffee in the world. But my question is, which among the following is not the top 3 coffee producing states in India? ठीक है, which among the following is not among the top 3 coffee producing states in India? And these are type of questions now you are seeing in the NABARD examination also. So top 3, top 5 यही चीज आती है बार बार. ठीक है, यही चीज बार बार आ रही है एग्जाम में. आप रिपोर्ट्स में भी गिन रहे हो, यही आ रहा है बार में. टॉप 3 में कौन नहीं है, टॉप 5 में कौन नहीं है. तो यही चीज हमने भी यहाँ पे ट्राई की है कि so that you have an overall idea क्या क्या चीजों पे ध्यान देना है. So what will be the answer here? Answer will be option number D. 4 and 5 is the right answer here. ठीक है जी. If I talk about the coffee production in India, obviously India has become the 7th largest producer. In terms of coffee producing states, the top coffee producing states in India are Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. The South Belt always dominates here. Then as a production, we basically produces these types of coffees. Arabica and Robusta here, ठीक है जी, and we are exporting majorly our coffee in Italy, Belgium and Russia. Now let's move further with my next question number 19 here, ठीक है जी. That is, the government of India has constituted a working group under the chairmanship of Mr. Ramesh Chand, who is a member of Niti Aayog, ठीक है, for the base revision of the current series of wholesale price index. My question is the proposed changes to revise the base year from wholesale price index from which year to which year? आपको बताना है प्रेजेंट होलसेल प्राइस इंडेक्स बेस ईयर क्या है और क्या प्रपोजल आ रहा है. So what will be the answer here? Answer here is option number A, that is from 2011-12 to 2022-23. Now guys, there is one committee by the name of Mr. Ramesh Chand who is working on wholesale price index. Then you might also have an idea of Mr. Bishwanath Goldar committee. Can you tell me about Bishwanath Goldar committee? This committee has been formed by the government of India for changing the base year for which perspective? किसका base year change करने के लिए बनी थी ये? For changing the base year for calculation of gross domestic product. It has again been proposed here also that our new base year can be 2022-23. ठीक है जी. And by March next year 2026, we are expecting the Bishwanath Goldar committee report also. So it is on GDP base year change. मिस्टर रमेश चंद इज ऑन होलसेल प्राइस इंडेक्स. तो रमेश को होलसेल पे मार्केट मिला है और विश्वनाथ जी ने क्या किया, गोल से जीडीपी गोल कर दी. दिस इज हाउ यू कुड रिमेंबर. गोल जीडीपी, रमेश चंद, रमेश को होलसेल प्राइस इंडेक्स पे आपको काम मिला है क्योंकि रमेश नाम आपको होलसेल में मिल जाता है ना. सो दिस इज वन थिंग. इफ यू नीड सी द नेम रमेश, ये आपको कॉमनली मिल ही जाता है, हर दूसरे तीसरे जगह पे मिल जाता है रमेश नाम. तो ये होलसेल पे मिल रहा है ना. ये विश्वनाथ जी जो है ये बेसिकली क्या है, गोल कर रहे हैं जीडीपी को. चलो, so this is how you could remember this trick guys of the wholesale price index committee and the GDP committee, computation of GDP here. And if I talk about this specific news guys, it has already been covered by Devanshu sir in his City 360 classes. So I hope you are enjoying his classes also, which he is taking place in terms of Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. सर ले रहे हैं आपसे सुबह 7 बजे. अगर आपने नहीं देखा है तो प्लीज क्लिक ऑन दिस लिंक and do watch this video also. It's a very important video, so please watch here because along with that he has also covered the normal current affairs also with you. So please do join these classes also for your better preparation. Now let's proceed further with my next question. That's on UN Committee of Expert on Big Data and Data Science for Official Statistics. That is UNCEBD. India has now officially joined this specific group. Now to tell me, this specific group was launched in which year? This committee was launched in which year? This committee was actually launched in the year 2014. So when I talk about UNCEBD guys, ठीक है जी, it was launched in the year 2014 under the United Nations Statistical Commission consisting of 31 members. And important is India has joined this organization. और United Nations Statistical Commission की बात करूं तो it was established in 1947 and it's the highest global statistical body with 24 members here. Now let's proceed with the next question. Question number 21 guys. Now comes, if you look at this year's RBI examination of 2024, you might have seen the question has been asked. Obviously this examination was reports heavy document, reports heavy paper. The whole objective was dominated by reports and it is only reports you were seeing in the paragraph based questions in 2024 examination. But there was one question which has talked about the World Economic Forum's annual summit. ग्लोबल जेंडर अलायंस. आई होप यू ऑल ऑफ यू नाउ रिमेंबर दैट थिंग. अगर आपने पेपर देखा है, नहीं देखा, सो यू कैन प्लीज डू सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल एज वेल एज यू कैन गो टू द वेबसाइट ऑफ एडुटैप वे यू कैन लुक एट द प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर्स ऑल्सो. प्लीज गो थ्रू दोज ऑल्सो, दे आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो वहां पे ग्लोबल वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम की एनुअल मीटिंग से क्वेश्चन निकाला था उन्होंने, दैट विच अमंग द फॉलोइंग इनिशिएटिव वाज बीइंग लॉन्च्ड एट द टाइम ऑफ वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम्स एनुअल समिट. नाउ अगेन दिस एनुअल समिट हैज टेकन प्लेस. ठीक है जी. And in this summit, the important point was these 5 theme priorities that has been identified now. So it has been said that we will be working on the intelligent age now because AI is very, very important. So we have to work towards AI. Now, which of the following is not among these top priorities? You have to tell me about that. Not among the top 5 thematic priorities that were discussed here. So the answer was, that is option number C, rebuilding finance and your promoting digital innovation is not a part here. When I talk about the intelligence, these are the 5 priorities that were given here. Reimagining the growth, because obviously when you're talking about AI, you have to reimagine yourself again. Then investing in people, rebuilding the trust of the people, industries in intelligent age, and safeguarding the planet. So these were the 5 priorities that were being highlighted here. ठीक है जी. So ये 5 thematic priorities that were being highlighted in this year's World Economic Forum Annual Summit also, and the theme was collaboration for the intelligent age. Now can you tell me World Economic Forum's founder, Mr. Klaus Schwab. So you might have heard about him also, Klaus Schwab, who was the founder of World Economic Forum. You can talk about one of the founding member here. He has resigned from his post and he is saying that now this year in day 2025, he will now become the president here. इसको थोड़ा सा formalize करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो. And where is the meeting of World Economic Forum takes place? It always takes place in its headquarters, that is in Davos. ठीक है जी. तो ये भी याद रखना, क्लॉस शेब ये पिछले साल न्यूज में बहुत थे. इन द ईयर 2024 he was really seen in news an ample amount of time, and the reason only was that because he has stepped down from his post of I think among the foundership. और अब इन्होंने बोला मैं प्रेसिडेंट बन जाऊंगा इसका. ठीक है जी. चलो, let's look at the final questions. Final 2-3 questions are being there from your ESI section, and then I will request Devanshu sir here to take forward this session for you. The Lokpal of India celebrated its first foundation day. So you have to tell me which of the following statements are correct regarding the Lokpal of India. The Lokpal was established under the Lokpal and Lokayukta Act of 2013 and it functions as an independent statutory body here. Then the tenure of the chairperson of the Lokpal is 6 years or until the 70 years, whichever is earlier. At least 50% of the Lokpal members must be judicial member or belonging to SC, ST, OBC, minorities or women categories here. So what will be the answer here? Answer here will be, guys, option number B. 1 and 3 will be the right answer here. Because tenure is not 6 years, it is 5 years. So it's not 6 years, it is actually 5 years or until the age of 70 years. ठीक है जी. It is always, it will be appointed by the President of India. Obviously, it is working as a statutory body under the Lokpal and Lokayukta Act of 2013. Now, if I talk about the membership here, 50% of the members should be judicial members and remaining 50% should be belonging from SC, ST, OBCs, minorities or women here. Let's look at my next question. That's on ethanol blending program here. ठीक है जी. Recently, the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs in the month of January has approved the revised ethanol procurement price for public sector oil marketing companies under the ethanol blending program. So, for ethanol supplier, consider the following statements regarding ethanol blending program. The ABP was launched in 2003 and is implemented by public sector oil marketing companies under the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. The government aims to achieve 20% ethanol blending in project in petrol by the ethanol supply year 25-26 and advancing the target from 2030. Ethanol supply year follows the financial year, that is from 1st April to 31st of March. So tell me what will be the answer here. What will be the answer here? Answer here will be option number A, 1 and 2 wrong. The reason being that क्योंकि ये जो supply year होता है, that is from 1st of November to 31st October, not like a financial year. That is from 1st of April to 31st of March here. EBP was launched under Ministry of Petroleum in the year 2003, where the objective is to reduce import dependency. ठीक है जी, for the use of renewable fuels here. Now, let's look at my final question in terms of ESI section here. That's question number 24. Wetland accredited cities. Very important initiative. So guys, wetland accredited cities, it's again being seen in news at least from past 1 year. Previous year, there was a nomination because for the first time, India has nominated its 3 cities for the wetland city accreditation program under the Ramsar Convention here. Now this year, the government has done is, ये wetland accredited cities के under, now for the first time, the 2 cities of India, that is Indore and Udaipur, they have now been recognized as the wetland accredited cities here. The question is, which of the following city was not selected among the 3 that was nominated? So, बता 2 थी, तीसरी कौन सी थी? भोपाल. Bhopal was that city that was not selected this year. Now, if I talk about wetland city accredited program, obviously, it's a very important program here. ठीक है जी, which works towards conserving and sustainably managing the wetlands here. Now, China has the highest number of accredited cities, 22, followed by France here. Now, important question for all of you. 4 new Ramsar wetlands have been approved in the month of February. आपको मुझे बताना है 4 wetlands कौन सी हैं. Tell me in the comment section. And guys, if you are giving me the right answer, so I will be telling you कल आपके साथ दिवांशु सर सैटरडे आएंगे सेशन लेने and he will be announcing the winners. So within 24 hours, I am giving you this Sunera Mauka to be the shining star which he always announces in his 360 classes. So tell me quickly in the chat section, the 4 Ramsar wetland sites which have been announced. Okay, so this was all about your ESI part, guys. Now I would be handing over the session for general awareness to Devanshu sir here. Over to you, sir.
तो थैंक यू सर फॉर दिस पार्ट एंड माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, आई होप कि आप सभी एंजॉय कर रहे हैं आज का सेशन, राइट? So till now we are done with your ESI and finance part and now it's a time to move to the general awareness part. So general awareness part जिसमें हम देखते हैं कि कुछ ऐसे न्यूज आर्टिकल्स which are not at all related to your syllabus. For example, sports, defense, awards. So इस सेशन के अंदर हम अब उसको कवर करेंगे, राइट? So ये एक रैपिड फायर होगा आप सभी के लिए, क्योंकि we all know that in these parts we only see some one-liner questions. Okay, so एक mixture of questions आपके सामने है. And I hope that all of you are really ready for this particular part of this session. So let's start the session with the very first question, and here is the question. The question is one of the kavach which has been recently launched. It is a multi-layer clothing system which has been designed to provide optimal protection in extreme cold weather. ठीक है, तो हमारी जो इंडियन आर्मी है उसके लिए काफी ज्यादा ये अच्छा साबित होगा, because we know that so many of the personnel are there in the very extreme cold conditions. So ये एक नया पार्ट लॉन्च किया है, आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है किसने बनाया है और व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर कवच. So can anybody tell me the right answer here? So very good evening Ravi and all the people. So guys, absolutely right, option B, that DRDO is the name of organization which has introduced the Him Kavach, and you can see here that it is a multi-layer clothing system and it has a sustainable temperature range of +20 to -60 degrees Celsius. ठीक है, तो इस टेम्परेचर पे ये सस्टेन कर सकता है. कैन सी इन द चैट बॉक्स गुरुराज, नित्या, स्वप्निल, सभी ने इस क्वेश्चन का सही आंसर दिया है. वेल डन गाइस. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज अबाउट विकसित भारत यंग लीडर डायलॉग 2025 which has been launched to commemorate Swami Vivekananda's 162nd birth anniversary. You have to tell me here the name of the ministry or the department which has organized this dialogue. So guys, let me tell you that हर साल we basically used to celebrate this particular part with the National Youth Festival. But this year, the government of India has come up with another important initiative, that is the Viksit Bharat Young Leader Dialogue, in which we are targeting the young leaders that they can come up and they can give their ideas to make India a developed nation. So can anybody tell me the name of the department or the ministry which is coming up with this kind of initiative? I'm waiting for your responses in the chat box, guys. So what exactly is the right answer? Please tell me in the chat box. To the question number 2, Viksit Bharat Young Leader Dialogue. So absolutely right. The right answer to this particular question is option C, that is Department of Youth Affairs. So the Department of Youth Affairs is the right answer. So guys, when we talk about the Swami Vivekananda's 162nd birth anniversary, so on which date we celebrate the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda? That day is basically 12th of January. And it is a date on which we celebrate the National Youth Day. ठीक है, तो इस तरीके से हम माइंड मैपिंग टेक्निक का इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. वी कैन कोरिलेट टू डिफरेंट न्यूज आर्टिकल्स टू कवर दिस क्वेश्चन. स्वामी विवेकानंद बर्थ एनिवर्सरी इज सेलिब्रेटेड as National Youth Day every year on 12th of January. Right? This is the right answer. बढ़ते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन की तरफ. So which former Bangladesh captain has announced his retirement? You all know that right now the Champions Trophy match is going on between India and Bangladesh. आई बिलीव कि सभी उसका स्कोर भी देख रहे होंगे साइड बाय साइड. बट यहां पर मैं आपको बता दूं कि ऐसे ही क्वेश्चंस आपके एग्जाम में भी आते हैं. बांग्लादेश के कैप्टन ने रिसेंटली अपनी रिटायरमेंट अनाउंस की थी. व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट पर्सन? द पर्सन्स नेम इज तमीम इकबाल. सो ही हैज अगेन अनाउंस्ड हिज रिटायरमेंट. इन्होंने इससे पहले भी रिटायरमेंट अनाउंस किया था एंड नाउ अगेन ही हैज अनाउंस्ड हिज रिटायरमेंट फ्रॉम द इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. The Indian athlete which has been named the best male javelin thrower in the world in 2024. So guys, best male javelin thrower in the world. What is the name of the person? He is the same person who made us proud after winning the silver medal in the recent Olympics. Can anybody tell me the name of that person? I think it is very easy for you to identify the name of that particular person. So guys, what is the right answer to this question? Please tell me. I am waiting for your responses in the chat box. So absolutely right. The name of the person is Neeraj Chopra. So guys, let me tell you that recently the Athletic Federation of India has come up with the athletic commissions. ठीक है, athletes commission को उन्होंने बनाया, which is a 9-member commission. But this year we have seen that it is represented by 6 women. So out of these 9 members, there are 6 women in this particular panel, and this is basically headed by Anju Bobby George. ठीक है? But let me tell you why exactly I'm telling you here, because Neeraj Chopra is also the part of this athletes commission, which has been launched by Athletic Federation of India. So in this manner we can basically cover these important parts, right? In this manner we can mind map these particular different news articles, and we can retain them from the exam point of view. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Anju Bobby George is basically the chairperson of this athletes commission. Moving to the next question. The next question is about the foundation stone for the first green hydrogen hub under the National Green Hydrogen Mission. So guys, National Green Hydrogen Mission, under which we are having the target of 5 MMTPA by 2030. That is the target under this mission. You have to tell me each of foundation stone of first green hydrogen hub ka, where exactly it has been laid down. So in which part it has been laid down? What is the name of that particular place? The name of the place is Andhra Pradesh. Absolutely right. Andhra Pradesh is the right answer. So my dear friends, we all know that right now we are having 2 launch pads, right? Whenever we launch some kind of satellite, we are doing that with the help of a launch pad, right? So recently, the 3rd launch pad has also been approved by the government of India. Can anybody tell me in which state this 3rd launch pad has been approved? It is again Andhra Pradesh is the right answer. Okay, absolutely right. Andhra Pradesh is the right answer. Apart from that, recently we have seen the first private semiconductor manufacturing facility. This has been inaugurated in Kurnool, Andhra Pradesh. So from this news article, we have covered 3 important news articles. That first green hydrogen hub under the National Green Hydrogen Mission has been laid down in Andhra Pradesh. India's 3rd launchpad has been approved. It will also be in the Indian state of Andhra Pradesh, and India's first private semiconductor manufacturing facility will also be there in the Kurnool, Andhra Pradesh. I hope that this is absolutely clear to all of you, right? So are you guys enjoying this part? Are you guys enjoying this way of covering the current affairs? Please tell me in the chat box, because it is very important for us. See, in the ESI and finance part, we see that we are having a news article where we are having so many points. So we can basically understand them with the help of a story or something, connecting the different points. But when we talk about these parts, राइट जब हम बात करते हैं इस चीज की, ऐसे जीए न्यूज आर्टिकल्स की, तो यहां पर हमारे पास क्या रहते हैं, बहुत डिफरेंट न्यूज आर्टिकल्स रहते हैं और वन लाइनर रहते हैं. तो यहां पर वी कैन यूज दिस माइंड मैपिंग टेक्निक इन ऑर्डर टू रिमेंबर दीज डिफरेंट इंफॉर्मेशंस, राइट. आई होप गाइज यू विल डेफिनेटली लाइक दिस पार्ट. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज अबाउट द नेशनल टर्मरिक बोर्ड. नेशनल turmeric board has been recently established. We have to identify where it has been established and who is the chairperson of this नेशनल टर्मरिक बोर्ड. तो फर्स्ट चेयरपर्सन कौन है और इनका कौन सी स्टेट के अंदर इसको सेटअप किया गया है, दैट इज व्हाट द क्वेश्चन इज ऑल अबाउट. सो इट हैज बीन सेटअप इन तेलंगाना एंड द फर्स्ट चेयरपर्सन इज पले गंगा रेड्डी. सो पी गंगा रेड्डी इज द फर्स्ट चेयरपर्सन ऑफ नेशनल टर्मरिक बोर्ड. दैट इज द राइट आंसर, एब्सोल्युटली राइट, ऑप्शन डी. Let's move on to next question. Sun, space, weather and solar stellar connections. So this was organized by Indian Institute of Astrophysics. So where exactly it was held? To commemorate 125th birth anniversary of Kodaikanal Solar Observatory. तो guys, Kodaikanal Solar Observatory कहाँ पर है? उसकी 125th birth उसकी 125th anniversary को commemorate किया गया, during which we have come up with this kind of conference. You have to identify where exactly this conference took place. So this conference took place in Bengaluru, Karnataka, and the state is Tamil Nadu, where this Kodaikanal Solar Observatory is located. Okay, so it is located where? It is located in Tamil Nadu. That is the right answer. Next question. So Devjit Saikia was appointed as the secretary of which of the following organizations? So guys, I believe that you must be very much aware of the organization in our country which basically controls and responsible for all the related parts of the cricket. And when we talk about the name of that organization, it is the BCCI, right? Board of Control for Cricket in India. That is the right answer. Let me see who has given me the right answer to this question. So yes, I can see in the chat box, Gurkirat, Sai, Mitra, Swapnil, all the people have given me the right answer to this question. Now guys, as we are talking about the secretary of the BCCI, let me tell you that recently the ombudsman and ethics officer of BCCI has been appointed. Can anybody tell me the name of that person? The ombudsman and ethics officer of BCCI, the name of the person is Justice Arun Mishra. Justice Arun Mishra is basically the ethics or ombudsman officer of BCCI which has been recently appointed. That is the right answer. बढ़ते हैं अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. So next question is about the Bharat Clean Tech Manufacturing Platform which was been recently unveiled during the Bharat Climate Forum. Guys, let me tell you that these news articles I have already discussed during the City 360 series session. अगर आपने उन सेशंस को अटेंड किया है तो डेफिनेटली आप आज के सेशन में मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस का आंसर करेक्टली दे पाएंगे. ठीक है. सो यहां पर आपके सामने क्वेश्चन है भारत क्लीन टेक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है कि कौन सी स्टेटमेंट यहां पर इनकरेक्ट है. ओके, सो लेट्स ट्राई टू फोकस ऑन द कीवर्ड्स हियर. तो अभी हमने ईएसआई के क्वेश्चंस देखे जो कि स्टेटमेंट बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस थे. तो ऐसे कुछ क्वेश्चंस कभी कभी हमें जीए में भी देखने को मिलते हैं. ओके, सो हियर इट इज द वेरी फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट. इट इज एन इनिशिएटिव टू एनहांस इंडियाज क्लीन टेक वैल्यू चेन. तो इंडिया की क्लीन टेक वैल्यू चेन, हम सभी जानते हैं क्लीन एनर्जी की तरफ और ट्रांजिशन कर रहे हैं. सो डेफिनेटली वी नीड सम गुड वैल्यू चेन सिस्टम for this clean tech energy. So that first statement is absolutely right. Second statement, it unifies stakeholders from policy, industry, finance and research to accelerate clean tech manufacturing in India. Absolutely right. Third statement, an opportunity for the Indian firms to collaborate, to co-innovate and will help provide a platform for financing to share ideas, technologies and resources. So guys, as per this particular platform, all these statements are correct here. So right answer will be option E, that none of the above. As all the statements are correct, so we were required to identify incorrect statement. Here not a single statement is incorrect. Right answer will be option E. So this is the right answer. Absolutely right. Mitra, happy you have given me the right answer to this question. Let's move on to the next question. So as per the report in January 2025, Dash Medical College and Research Institute chosen by the ICMR to establish South India's फर्स्ट इन्फेक्शियस डिजीज रिसर्च एंड डायग्नोस्टिक लेबोरेटरी. तो साउथ इंडिया का फर्स्ट IRDL इस्टेब्लिश किया जाएगा. उसके लिए एक मेडिकल कॉलेज को सिलेक्ट किया गया है. ये मेडिकल कॉलेज कहां पर है ये आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है. ठीक है. सो आई एम वेटिंग फॉर योर रिस्पॉन्स इन द चैट बॉक्स. तो कहां पर है ये पर्टिकुलर कॉलेज? इट इज इन द बैंगलोर. Bangalore is the right answer. And my dear friends, when we talk about the Bangalore, so Bangalore इस बार काफी ज्यादा न्यूज में रहा है using the mind mapping technique here. तो अगर हम बात करें बेंगलुरु की, so recently Aero India conference has been taken place where? In Bangalore. That is the right answer. We all know that recently Gates Cambridge Award was being given. It was being given to Urvashi Sinha. She is from Raman Research Institute, which is in Bangalore. So in this manner we can just correlate the different news articles. Apart from that, recently हमने cover किया था a conference on sun, space, weather and satellite constellation. That conference was also took place in Bengaluru, Karnataka. Right? So in this manner we can retain all this important information. Okay. Moving to the next news article, the Dr. Rajgopal Chidambaram, who is a renowned nuclear scientist, he passed away. He served as the longest serving dash to the Indian government from 2002 to 2018. So उन्होंने वो कौन से पद पर थे for a very long time. He was the longest serving personnel as the principal scientific advisor to the government of India. Dr. राजगोपाल चिदम्बरम, याद रखिए नाम, एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से काफी इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा आपके लिए. ठीक है. Next question, National Youth Day. We have just covered this part. Right, when we covered the Young Leaders Dialogue, which has been celebrated on the 162nd birth anniversary of Swami Vivekanand ji. What is the date? 12th of January, on which we celebrate the National Youth Day. Next question about the Animal Husbandry and Animal Welfare Month, which has been recently announced by the Department of Animal Husbandry. So they have announced that we will be celebrating this particular month from this particular duration every year as the Animal Husbandry and Animal Welfare Month. So people who are preparing for NABARD, please make sure you are remembering this information, because in the exam we see such kind of questions being asked, right? So what is the right answer here? Right answer is option B, January 14 to February 13. तो 14 जनवरी से 13 फरवरी को we will be celebrating the animal husbandry and animal welfare month. Now guys, one question is coming to my mind and you have to tell me that recently the Ministry of Defense has announced that it will be celebrating 1 year as a year of reforms. Can anybody tell me what is that year? The year of reform that will be celebrated by Ministry of Defense this year, that is 2025. So 2025 will be celebrated as year of reforms by the Ministry of Defense, right? That is the right part. Next question about the Gramin Bharat Mahotsav, which has been recently conducted to celebrate the entrepreneurial spirit of the rural villages in our country. Okay, so here the question is, you have to identify the statements which are correct with respect to the Gramin Bharat Mahotsav. First statement, इसको inaugurate किया गया न्यू दिल्ली के अंदर. Second statement, the theme for this was building a resilient rural India for a Viksit Bharat 2047, which is absolutely right. Third statement is, it is an initiative of Ministry of Rural Development in collaboration with the NABARD. So NABARD is there, but guys, it is not the Ministry of Rural Development which is the part, because it is a Department of Financial Services is there which has launched this Gramin Bharat Mahotsav 2025. That's why here we can see that the statements only 1 and 2 are correct here. Third statement is incorrect. Right answer is option A. You can see the Department of Financial Services collaborated with NABARD in order to launch Gramin Bharat Mahotsav 2025. That is the right part. Let's move on to the next question. So RBI has granted approval for Dash to acquire 9.5% of the AU Small Finance Bank. So AU Small Finance Bank में acquisition किया गया है 9.5% का. तो किस बैंक को ये अप्रूवल मिला है? So the bank which has got this approval from RBI is the HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank has got this particular approval from the Reserve Bank of India. That is the right answer. Next question, ISRO has announced a mission Shakti set to promote Dash. So किस लिए? What exactly is the objective of the mission Shakti set? Why exactly it has been launched? So to explore, to promote lunar exploration, to promote satellite manufacturing by students, to promote all-girl participation in space sciences, to promote collaboration with private space agencies, or to promote global satellite communication services. तो यहाँ पर आपको identify करना है that what exactly is the main objective of Shakti satellite, right? तो it is basically all-girl participation in the space sciences. आप देख सकते हैं कि it has been launched by ISRO along with the Space Kids India and In Space. तो ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जिनके साथ इसको लॉन्च किया गया है, जहां पर हम चाहते हैं कि गर्ल्स ज्यादा से ज्यादा गर्ल्स पार्टिसिपेट करें स्पेस साइंसेस के अंदर. एंड दिस मिशन इज गोइंग टू इन्वॉल्व 12,000 गर्ल्स फ्रॉम 108 कंट्रीज, right? And they will be coming together for the launch of Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle in 2026. That is something that we should remember from exam point of view, from this Shakti Sat, mission Shakti Sat which has been launched. Now apart from the mission Shakti Sat, another mission was being recently conducted by the ISRO, and what exactly was that? It was a SpaceX mission. Can anybody tell me about the SpaceX mission? So it was the space docking mission, guys. When we talk about this particular part, so basically we all know that so many times we are having that kind of situation when we want to basically connect the two satellites together, right? And we want to separate them. So basically यहाँ पर क्या गया, स्पेस के अंदर दो सैटेलाइट्स को लिया गया और उनको कनेक्ट किया गया in the space. That is docking की, उनको मिलाया गया. That is what the docking is called. तो यहाँ स्पेस में डॉकिंग की गई, इसलिए उसको कहा गया SpaceX mission, Space Docking Exercise Mission. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Where basically one of the satellite was Chaser, one of the satellite was Target. So Chaser was moved forward towards the target, and the docking of these satellites was being done during that particular mission. I hope कि दोनों missions आपको याद रहेंगे, mission Shakti Sat and the SpaceX mission. Next question. So Bahadur Singh Sagu. So guys, Bahadur Singh Sagu बने हैं President of the Athletic Federation of India. उन्होंने किसको replace किया? Whenever a person becomes the head of any organization, the person who has been replaced by that person is also very important. So here the name of the person is Adil Sumriwala, who has been replaced by Bahadur Singh Sagu. And let me tell you that Bahadur Singh Sagu is also the part of that member of the Athletes Commission. तो एथलीट कमीशन के ये भी मेंबर रहे हैं, ठीक है. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू. यस स्वप्निल, यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट. इंडिया इज द 4th country to achieve docking technique, एब्सोल्युटली राइट, वेल डन। और इसी तरीके से हमें इंपॉर्टेंट इंफॉर्मेशन को याद रखना है फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, so World Braille Day, guys, World Braille Day we celebrate every year. On which date we celebrate the World Braille Day? And basically we commemorate birth anniversary of which of the following personality while celebrating the World Braille Day? Let me tell you guys, अगर हम बात करें Braille की, Braille is a tactile script which has been launched for the blind or the semi-blind people. So whatever which is mentioned here on the screen, you are able to see that properly, right? But the people who are blind, they are not able to see that. So for them, what we have done, we have created a tactile script on which we can represent any letter from A to Z or any number from 0 to 9 with the help of 6 dots, right? तो ये 6 dots को अलग अलग तरीके से अरेंज किया जाता है in that tactile script to represent these fonts. And that's how these people are able to read. And that's why the World Braille Day every year has been celebrated on 4th of January in order to commemorate the birth anniversary of Louis Braille, the person who has created this Braille script. That is the right answer. Next question, the theme of Entrepreneurship Development Conclave 2025. What is the theme of Entrepreneurship Development Conclave 2025 which was held? And which organization is responsible for organizing this conclave? So this conclave was recently held. So it was held with the theme of empowering entrepreneurs, transforming livestock economics, right? And it was organized by Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying. अगर हम बात करें Animal Husbandry and Dairying ने इस बार अनाउंस किया था that they will be celebrating a Animal Husbandry month. Can anybody tell me that what exactly was that month? The duration of that particular month was 14 Jan to 13 February, right? So 14 Jan to 13 February has been celebrated as that particular month. Next question, 600 megawatt Omkareshwar floating solar park was in news. Where exactly it is located? तो कहाँ पर ये located है, ये हमें identify करना है. So can anybody tell me where exactly it is located? Omkareshwar floating solar plant कहाँ पर है ये? So basically it is located in Indian state of Madhya Pradesh. तो खांडवा डिस्ट्रिक्ट में है मध्य प्रदेश के ओमकारेश्वर फ्लोटिंग सोलर पार्क. Next question, Prabhu Subianto, the president of Dash, accepted the India's invitation to be the chief guest for 2025 Republic Day parade. तो 2025 की Republic Day parade पे chief guest का जो invitation गया था वो इंडोनेशिया के president को गया था. So the right answer is option C, that is Indonesia. And let me tell you my dear friends that in the month of February we have already covered that Indonesia के साथ India is going to be participating in a exercise, that is exercise Komodo. तो एक्सरसाइज कोमोडो में पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे इंडोनेशिया के साथ, दैट इज एब्सोल्युटली राइट. नाउ अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट अगर हम बात करते हैं डिफेंस एक्सरसाइजेस की, रिसेंटली एन एक्सरसाइज सूर्य किरण वाज बीन लॉन्च. कैन एनीबॉडी टेल मी with which country India conducts the Surya Kiran exercise? It has been conducted between India and Nepal, right? There was exercise Varuna. Varuna exercise has been conducted between India and France. अगर हम फ्रांस की बात करते हैं तो France has conducted a exercise that is La Perouse. La Perouse exercise was been conducted by France recently. Okay, so with this one news article, we have tried to mind map the other important news articles which can be asked to you in the examination, and that's how when you will be covering these news articles in this manner, definitely you will be able to retain them from the longer period of time. Okay, absolutely right. बढ़ेंगे अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. तो CBI ने लॉन्च किया है एक नया प्लेटफॉर्म, अ पोर्टल विच इज गोइंग टू स्ट्रेंथन इंटरनेशनल क्राइम इन्वेस्टिगेशंस, और ये इंडिया के लिए एक ब्रिज का काम करेगा. इट विल बी कनेक्टिंग India's law enforcement with the Interpol's network. What is the name? So guys, अगर हम बात करते हैं इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे इट इज अ इंटरपोल. अगर हम बात करें इंडिया के लेवल पे तो क्या होगा? इंडिया के लेवल पे होगा भारत पोल. ऑप्शन ए भारत पोल इज द राइट आंसर. ठीक है, सो इट इज गोइंग टू कनेक्ट इंटरपोल नोटिसेस, रेफरेंसेस, ब्रॉडकास्ट एंड रिसोर्सेज. तो इससे कुछ मॉड्यूल्स हैं. अगर हम बात करेंगे गाइस भारत पोल नेटवर्क की, तो ये हेल्प करेगा जो हमारी स्टेट पुलिस सर्विसेज है वो कोलैबोरेट कर सकती हैं लॉ एनफोर्समेंट एजेंसीज के साथ, एंड दे कैन एक्ट एज अ ब्रिज इन ऑर्डर टू पास ऑन द रिक्वायर्ड इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट दोस क्रिमिनल्स which are wanted across the world, right? और साथ ही साथ we can also acquire information from the foreign countries as well. And you can see here the different modules as a part of Bharat Pol, which includes connect, Interpol notices, Interpol references, broadcast module and the resources module. तो यहाँ पर हर एक जो मॉड्यूल है it is going to help राइट। सो आप देख सकते हैं कि एनफोर्समेंट एजेंसीज यहां पर एसेंशियली फंक्शन कर सकती हैं एज अ एक्सटेंशन ऑफ इंटरपोल नेशनल सेंट्रल ब्यूरो। देन it is going to the notices part is going to ensure quick, secure and structured transmission of request। तो जो भी रिक्वेस्ट हमें बाहर से मिलती है हम उसे ट्रांसमिट कर सकते हैं वेरी इजीली, एफिशिएंटली, इन अ स्पीडीली मैनर। सो यहां पर हम ऑलरेडी इसको डिटेल में डिस्कस कर चुके हैं हमारे सेशंस के अंदर। आई होप कि आपने सेशन को देखा है एंड यू हैव ऑलरेडी गेट अ लॉट फ्रॉम दोस पर्टिकुलर सेशंस, राइट। अगर आप कोई ऐसा स्टूडेंट है जो अभी ज्वाइन कर रहा है इस सेशन को, लेट मी टेल यू गाइस, एवरी ट्यूसडे, थर्सडे एंड सैटरडे वी कम अप विद द सिटी 360 सीरीज सेशन एट 7 AM इन द मॉर्निंग, जहां पर हम इंपॉर्टेंट जी और एएसआई करंट अफेयर्स को डिस्कस करते हैं, राइट। सो इफ यू आर नॉट ज्वाइनिंग मी एट 7 AM, मेक श्योर दैट यू आर ज्वाइनिंग मी एट 7 AM। That is the very first part that we can do while covering the current affair preparation for our examinations. Next question is the duration of India Energy Week. So India Energy Week 2025, what is the date on which we celebrate? What is the duration of this week? This week is celebrated every year from 11 to 14th of February 2025. ठीक है, 11 to 14 February 2025 को हम सेलिब्रेट करते हैं इंडिया एनर्जी वीक, और इसको हम एक ग्लोबल लेवल पर लेकर जा चुके हैं, इन विच वी बेसिकली शोकेस द डिफरेंट अचीवमेंट्स इंडिया हैज टेकन इन टर्म्स ऑफ दिस पार्ट। Next question, which of the following personality was recognized as the world's oldest person by Guinness World Record and now the person has passed away recently? So this personality has passed away recently. The name of the person is Tomiko Ituka. So Tomiko Ituka has passed away recently and this person was the world's oldest person by Guinness Book of World Records. Next question, Justin Trudeau. So Justin Trudeau has resigned as the Prime Minister of Canada, and let me ask you one important thing, that we all know that he was one of the youngest Prime Minister of Canada. But अगर हम बात करें youngest Prime Ministers की, तो what exactly was his rank? वहां पर उनकी रैंक क्या थी? His rank was, he was the second youngest person after Joe Clark. तो इससे पहले जो youngest Prime Minister है कनाडा की हिस्ट्री के, that is जो क्लार्क, और इसके बाद नाम आता है जस्टिन ट्रूडो का, राइट। सो दैट वाज देयर इन द मंथ ऑफ जनवरी 2025 इन द न्यूज। लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। सो द बैंक व्हिच हैज लॉन्च्ड टैब बेस्ड डिजिटल ऑनबोर्डिंग फैसिलिटी फॉर एनआरआईज, तो एनआरआईज के लिए एक टैब बेस्ड डिजिटल ऑनबोर्डिंग फैसिलिटी को लॉन्च किया है। किस बैंक ने लॉन्च किया है ये हमें आइडेंटिफाई करना है एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से। सो गाइस क्विकली टेल मी इन द चैट बॉक्स व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर। तो किस बैंक ने लॉन्च किया है? इट इज द स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया विच हैज कम अप विद दिस पार्ट, राइट। और अगर हम बात करते हैं स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया की, तो स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया ने रिसेंटली एक स्कीम भी लॉन्च की थी जिसका नाम है हर घर लखपति, ठीक है। तो हर घर लखपति एसबीआई ने लॉन्च किया, और साथ ही साथ एसबीआई ने ही लॉन्च किया टैब बेस्ड डिजिटल ऑनबोर्डिंग फैसिलिटी फॉर एनआरआईज। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, इंडियाज फर्स्ट कोस्टलाइन एंड वेडर सेंसस। तो इंडिया का पहला कोस्टलाइन और वेडर सेंसस कहां पर हुआ है? इट हैज बीन कंडक्टेड इन मरीन नेशनल पार्क एंड सेंचुरी इन गुजरात। तो गुजरात के अंदर इसको कंडक्ट किया गया है, ठीक है जी। अगर हम बात करेंगे इंडिया के फर्स्ट आर्कियोलॉजिकल एक्सपीरियंशियल म्यूजियम की, इंडियाज फर्स्ट आर्कियोलॉजिकल एक्सपीरियंशियल म्यूजियम, सो इट इज ऑल्सो लॉन्च इन गुजरात, राइट, दैट इज द राइट पार्ट। सो गाइज अगर हम ऐसे डिफरेंट न्यूज आर्टिकल्स को कनेक्ट करेंगे एक साथ एंड देन वी विल बी कवरिंग दैट, देन अगेन इट इज गोइंग टू वेरी इजी फॉर अस टू कवर दैट, ओके। सिमिलरली अगर हम बात करें एक और न्यूज आर्टिकल की, तो वी ऑल नो दैट नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑन गुड गवर्नेंस टेक्स प्लेस। तो इस साल नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑन गुड गवर्नेंस कहां हुई थी? इट वाज आल्सो कंडक्टेड इन द इंडियन स्टेट ऑफ गुजरात, दैट इज द राइट आंसर। तो इसी तरीके से वी हैव टू कोलैबोरेट एंड वी हैव टू लिंक these different news articles together by using the mind mapping technique. I hope that you guys are really finding this very useful for retaining the information. बाकी जब आप आगे आने वाले टाइम में different और revision sessions को जब आप सुनेंगे, उन्हें attend करेंगे, then you will find that what exactly is the usage of this mind mapping technique, how efficient it is for you to remember the information, okay. Moving to the next question, the theme of Aero India 2025 which was organized, so what was the theme of Aero India? We all know that Aero India 2025 took place in Karnataka in Bengaluru. तो बेंगलुरु में हुई थी ये, और आपको बताना है कि what was the theme of this event? The theme of the event was the runway to a billion opportunities. Guys, Aero India, बात हो रही है एविएशन सेक्टर की जिसपे बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं, और हमारा प्लेन रनवे पर जाता है, तो व्हाट इज द थीम? रनवे टू बिलियन अपॉर्चुनिटीज, दैट इज द राइट पार्ट टू दिस क्वेश्चन। Next question, prestigious Asia President Forum was hosted for the first time in India. You have to tell me with which organization that a partnership was being done in order to come up with this event which bring together industry leader and exports from the food and beverage sector. तो food and beverage sector के different जो हमारे stakeholders है, they come together on this particular platform. What is it? The name is Trade Promotion Council of India. तो अगर हम बात करते हैं इसकी, तो what was that event? Indus Food. और ये कहां हुआ था? It was held in New Delhi and Noida. ठीक है, तो इंडस फूड नोएडा में हुआ है और यहां पर दिल्ली में हुआ. सो दीज आर द टू वेन्यूज फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर इवेंट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन अबाउट द 82nd गोल्डन ग्लोब अवार्ड विच वर हेल्ड इन दिसंबर 2024. आपको बताना है उस इंडियन फिल्म मेकर और डायरेक्टर का नाम जिनको नॉमिनेट किया गया फॉर एन इंडियन फिल्म. The movie is All We Imagine as a Light. But what is the name of the person? The name of the person who has been nominated. The name of the person is Payal Kapadia is the right answer, right? Now I would like to ask you one more important point, guys. Recently we see that a Grammy Award was there, right? And one of the Indian person won the Grammy Award. Can anybody tell me the name of the person? Let me give you a small hint. You must be knowing the Indra Nui, who was the head of the PepsiCo for a very long time. So her elder sister has won this award. The name of the person is Chandrika Tandon. So Chandrika Tandon has won the Grammy Award this year, right? That is the right answer. Next question. So Outstanding Lifetime Achievement Award was presented to one of the person at the Jaipur International Film Festival, guys. So Jaipur International Film Festival was recently organized, and during that part one of the personality was being given the Lifetime Achievement Award. The name of the person is Yash Chopra. Option C, Yash Chopra is the right answer. Next question. You have to tell me the name of the state जो बनी है पहली इंडियन स्टेट टू इंटीग्रेट फॉरेस्ट इकोसिस्टम. तो ग्रीन ग्रॉस डोमेस्टिक प्रोडक्ट के साथ हमारे फॉरेस्ट इकोसिस्टम को जोड़ना, तो ये स्टेट बनी है ऐसी पहली स्टेट टू कम अप विद सच काइंड ऑफ इनिशिएटिव. व्हाट इज द नेम? द नेम इज सी फॉर छत्तीसगढ़ इज द राइट आंसर. छत्तीसगढ़ इज दैट स्टेट which has engrossed the green gross domestic product के अंदर उन्होंने अपने फॉरेस्ट इकोसिस्टम को इंटीग्रेट किया है और ये बना है पहला इंडियन स्टेट टू डू दिस पार्ट. Now move to the next question. The Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare signed an MOU for the Project Vistar. तो प्रोजेक्ट विस्तार के लिए उन्होंने किसके साथ MOU साइन किया है? मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर एंड फार्मर वेलफेयर का ये MOU साइन किया गया है प्रोजेक्ट विस्तार के लिए विद IIT मद्रास. IIT मद्रास के साथ इन्होंने ये MOU साइन किया है. Where you are really required to remember what is the full form of विस्तार. विस्तार का क्या फुल फॉर्म है? वर्चुअली इंटीग्रेटेड सिस्टम टू एक्सेस एग्रीकल्चर रिसोर्सेज. तो गाइस क्या है कि अगर हम फार्मर्स को एक्सेसिबिलिटी प्रोवाइड करेंगे तो उससे क्या होगा? उनके रिसोर्सेज का विस्तार होगा. विस्तार मतलब एक्सपेंड करना. तो यहां पर वर्चुअली इंटीग्रेटेड सिस्टम टू एक्सेस एग्रीकल्चर रिसोर्सेज, दैट इज व्हाट द full form of Vistar is. ठीक है, so what we are doing with the help of this, we are basically enhancing digitalization of agricultural extension services. So the people who are basically preparing for NABARD exam, guys, please make sure that you are remembering this part. Okay, I hope this is clear to all of you. Now let's move on to the next question. So the RBI has approved the merger of National Cooperative Bank Limited Bangalore with which of the following banks under the Banking Regulation Act 1949. So इस Banking Regulation Act 1949 के अंदर RBI ने अनाउंस किया है that there will be a merger of National Cooperative Bank with which bank? That is Cosmo Cooperative Bank Limited of Maharashtra. That is the right answer. So guys, आई बिलीव कि आप सभी पैचअप कर पा रहे हैं इस पर्टिकुलर पेज से ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर सेशन, और आप यहां पर इजीली है आपके लिए इस सेशन में क्वेश्चंस का आंसर करना, राइट? बिकॉज आई जस्ट वांट कि यहां पर अगर हम ज्यादा पेज पर चल रहे हैं तो प्लीज यू गाइस कैन डेफिनेटली टेल मी अबाउट दैट. वी विल बी लोअरिंग अप द पेस, और अगर हम स्लो चल रहे हैं तो वी कैन पेस अप, राइट? सो प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट यू आर एक्सप्रेसिंग your opinion about that part, because it is very important, because at the end of the day these sessions are being conducted for your better revision. ठीक है, सो अगर आपको मजा आ रहा है, एंजॉय कर रहे हैं सेशन को और पेस भी सही है, तो प्लीज गिव मी अ थम्स अप इन द चैट बॉक्स so that yes I can get the assurity from your end that yes we are going fine with this particular session. ओके, सो इसी तरीके से माइंड मैपिंग टेक्निक का इस्तेमाल करके हम आगे आने वाले स्लाइड्स को भी कवर करेंगे. लेट मी टेल यू, आई एम हैविंग 115 क्वेश्चंस फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू, राइट? सो राइट नाउ अराउंड 80 मोर क्वेश्चंस आर बीन लेफ्ट फॉर फ्रॉम द टुडे सेशन. तो कहीं नहीं जाना है, पूरा सेशन को अच्छे से देखना है, ठीक है? सो यहां पर बढ़ते हैं अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, एसबीआई ने लॉन्च किया है एक स्कीम को टू हेल्प कस्टमर्स एक्यूमुलेट 1 लाख और इट्स मल्टीपल्स। गए जिसके पास 1 लाख आया वो क्या बनेगा? लखपति। तो क्या होगा स्कीम का नाम? हर घर लखपति स्कीम। आई टोल्ड यू SBI हैज लॉन्च द टैब बेस्ड onboarding facility for NRIs. Apart from that, SBI is also come up with the हर घर लखपति स्कीम। ठीक है, और ये माइनर्स के लिए भी एक्सेसिबल होगी ये स्कीम, प्रमोटिंग अर्ली फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग एंड सेविंग्स फॉर द माइनर पीपल इन आवर कंट्री। दैट इज द राइट पार्ट। ओके, मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। सो वेस्ट बंगाल डिफीटेड विच स्टेट to win their record extending 33rd संतोष ट्रॉफी टाइटल? तो guys संतोष ट्रॉफी टाइटल को जीता है इन्होंने, किस टीम को डिफीट किया ये हमें आइडेंटिफाई करना है। सी वी आर ऑलवेज रिक्वायर्ड टू कवर दिस पार्ट। जब भी हम किसी इवेंट को कवर करते हैं यहां पर हमें ध्यान रखना होगा कि वी आर बेसिकली आइडेंटिफाइंग what exactly is the name of winner, runner up, काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है। एंड here West Bengal has defeated Kerala in this event to win the 33rd संतोष ट्रॉफी title. That is the right answer. Next question. Which of the following drugs has been recently developed by the CSIR to reduce dependence on imported ingredients? Guys, let me tell you that ये काफी common drug है. Whenever you are experiencing some fever, so the doctor is giving you this drug. What is the name? It is paracetamol. Option C, paracetamol is the right answer. Next question. So Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh inaugurated All India Radio's special, a kind of, we can say, a event dedicated to Mahakumbh 2025. तो ये चैनल क्या करेगा guys? What exactly which is taking place in the Mahakumbh? They will be dictating about that particular part of the Mahakumbh to the people so that we can disseminate the information about Mahakumbh, that what exactly is going on there. So यहाँ पर you all know that right now Mahakumbh is taking place in Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh, right? A very important thing and one of the major event for our nation right now in this year, which is taking place right now. So what exactly is this? तो कुंभ के बारे में जो वाणी बताएगी वो क्या होगा? उसका नाम कुंभ वाणी। कुंभ वाणी, it is an initiative of प्रसार भारती। ठीक है, so कुंभ वाणी is the right answer. We are talking about an initiative which is going to disseminate the voices about the Mahakumbh, which is taking place in Prayagraj. And we all know that recently during the Mahakumbh we have also seen the international bird festival which has taken place in Prayagraj also. So we can connect different things together again from the exam point of view. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So Animal Welfare Board of India, इन्होंने एक MOU साइन किया है which of the following organization so that we can provide high quality professional legal training to civil society members. तो जो members एनिमल वेलफेयर को सपोर्ट करते हैं तो उनको प्रॉपर लीगल ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड करने के लिए एक MOU साइन किया है एनिमल वेलफेयर बोर्ड ने। किसके साथ किया है गाइस? क्योंकि लीगल बात हो रही है तो लॉ यूनिवर्सिटी के साथ करेंगे। सो इट इज द नलसर यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ लॉ। तो इस तरीके से जब आप कनेक्शन पॉइंट्स बनाएंगे तो काफी ईजी होगा आपके लिए याद रखना एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से। अगर हम बात करें एनिमल वेलफेयर बोर्ड की तो इसी के साथ हमने बात की थी एनिमल वेलफेयर मंथ की। तो व्हाट वाज दैट मंथ? दैट वाज 14 जनवरी टू February 13 on which we will be celebrating this particular month, right? I hope कि आप सभी को ये एकदम क्लियर है। बढ़ेंगे अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, मिनिस्टर ऑफ लेबर एंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट ने सेलिब्रेट किया है हिंदी फोर्टनाइट। What exactly was the primary aim of this initiative? इस इनिशिएटिव का क्या नाम है? हिंदी फोर्टनाइट। सो बेसिकली नाम से it is very much clear that yes, it is going to be something in which we are going to promote the Hindi language, right? So you can see here that we want to promote the progressive use of official language Hindi in our official work. So option C is the right answer. So guys, again let me tell you that there is not much of the thing which is required to basically discuss here. ठीक है, so that's why I'm just telling you the right answer and I am also connecting these points with the other news articles so that आप उसको अच्छे से याद रख सकें. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Again, I can see here in the chat box that Nitya, Happy, Gururaj, Mitra, all the people have answered me correctly in this part. Let's move on to next question. Which Indian Army veteran, जिनको Lion of Nowshera के नाम से जाना जाता था, he passed away recently. What is the name of this person? The name of the person who was also known as Lion of Nowshera, the person is Havaldar Baldev Singh Ji, right? So he served as a dispatch runner during the Battle of Nowshera and Jhangar in 1947-48 for the Indian Army, and yes, that is the right answer. Next question, Malayalam playback singer who passed away recently, the person was the recipient of National Award. What is the name of this person? The name of the person is P. Jayachandran is the right answer. Next question, the theme of the 18th Pravasiya Bharatiya Divas, guys. We celebrate Pravasiya Bharatiya Divas to commemorate the Indian diaspora which is there across the world. And this is also the day that we celebrate to commemorate the date on which Mahatma Gandhi ji came back from South Africa. Can anybody tell me what was that year? The date was 9th of January. The year was 1915. So 1915 के 9th of January को Mahatma Gandhi ji came back to India from South Africa, and this date is basically been celebrated as Pravasiya Bharatiya Divas. And now Pravasiya Bharatiya Divas convention has been held in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. And you have to tell me that what exactly was the theme of this convention. क्या theme थी? Whenever such kind of big event is taking place, we need to cover that what is the theme of this event. So this event was organized with the theme of diaspora's contribution to a Viksit Bharat. So my dear friends, we are seeing that right now we are seeing a lot of parts that the theme and the focus of the country is to basically make India developed nation, Viksit Bharat by 2047, right? तो इसीलिए आप देखेंगे कि काफी सारे जो हमारे डेज आएंगे या कॉन्फ्रेंसेस होंगी तो उनकी थीम उसी के अराउंड रिवॉल्व करेगी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल डायस्पोरा का कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन विकसित भारत के लिए क्या रहने वाला है? दैट इज द थीम फॉर प्रवासी भारतीय कन्वेंशन विच इज टेकन प्लेस इन उड़ीसा. ठीक है, उड़ीसा के अंदर ये हुआ है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, विश्व हिंदी दिवस और वर्ल्ड हिंदी डे, ये हम कौन सी डेट को सेलिब्रेट करते हैं? एंड व्हाट वाज द थीम फॉर 2025? सो व्हाट इज द डेट ऑन विच वी सेलिब्रेट दिस डे? इट इज January 10. And Hindi, a global voice of unity and cultural pride, is the theme for the विश्व हिंदी दिवस, वर्ल्ड हिंदी डे, जो हम हर साल 10th of January को सेलिब्रेट करते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, so न्यूजीलैंड क्रिकेटर, you have to tell me the name of the New Zealand cricketer who is having the record for the highest individual score in an ODI World Cup, and he has announced his retirement. So guys, I want all of you to tell me the right answer to this question. You have to identify the name of the New Zealand cricketer जिन्होंने अपना retirement recently announced किया है. What is the name of this person? He is having the highest score in the ODI World Cup, and the name of the person is Martin Guptill, right? And guys, we all know that recently ICC awards have been given. So as a part of ICC awards, the Women Cricketer of the Year award was being given to which person? Amelia Kerr. And this Amelia Kerr is also from New Zealand. Okay. And when we talk about the Men's Cricketer of the Year, the Men's Cricketer of the Year award for both ODI and Test matches was being given to Jasprit Bumrah. I hope that you guys are very much aware about this name. Jasprit Bumrah is the name of the person who has won the Men's Cricketer of the Year award as a part of ICC awards. Please remember this part. It is very important from the exam point of view. Okay. Apart from that, now it is a homework for all of you. We have already discussed that part in the City 360 series session as well. New Zealand has recently given the rights, the personhood rights to one of the mountain in New Zealand. And you have to tell me what is the name of this mountain. Please tell me the name of this mountain. This is your homework. इसको note down करके रखिए अपने पास, और session के conclude होने के बाद you have to identify this information and you have to tell me the right answer in the comment section. ठीक है, आप सभी मुझे comment section के अंदर बताएंगे what is the name of that mountain. Next question, Union Government ने कुछ tax devolution release किया है. You have to tell me what is that particular amount. Apart from that, you have to identify that currently what percentage of the taxes are collected by the center is being given to the states. Now the third important thing that we need to cover from here is the state which has received the biggest amount, the largest amount of this devolution. तो यहाँ पर तीन चीजें हमें बतानी है. First is what is the total tax devolution which has been given to states, which has been released by the central government. Next thing is what is the percentage of that particular total taxes collected by the central government which is being given to the states. Then the third important thing is the state. So यहाँ पर with one question we have tried to cover all the dimensions, right? So what is the amount? The amount is basically 1,73,030 crore rupees. Total we give 41% of the taxes collected by the center to the states, and the Uttar Pradesh is the state which has basically received the highest amount, right? So UP has received the highest amount in this part. Next question is about the year of reform. Guys, I believe कि आप सभी इस question का answer correctly दे पाएंगे because we have already covered this part, right? So Ministry of Defense is going to celebrate year of reform. Which year? It was 2025 is the right answer. Apart from this, guys, we have also covered that Ministry of Defense. अगर हम बात करते हैं तो डिफेंस एक्सरसाइजेस को हमें कवर करना जरूरी है. तो यहां पर इंडिया और नेपाल के बीच में एक एक्सरसाइज हुई थी, क्या नाम है उसका? दैट इज सूर्य किरण एक्सरसाइज. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वी हैव सीन एक्सरसाइज वरुणा एक्सरसाइज हुई बीच इंडिया और फ्रांस के बीच में, एंड फ्रांस वाज आल्सो रिस्पांसिबल फॉर कंडक्टिंग एन एक्सरसाइज दैट वाज कॉल्ड, व्हाट वाज दैट नेम? ला पेरूज एक्सरसाइज. So La Perouse exercise is the right answer. Apart from that guys, Indian Army ने recently conduct किया है Devil Strike. Devil Strike exercise was been recently held by Indian Army. Okay. Now there is another operation which has been conducted by one of the neighborhood countries of the India, and the name of that operation is Operation Devil Hunt. Devil Strike हमने cover किया, तो इससे Devil Hunt भी हम याद रख सकते हैं, right? So Devil Hunt exercise operation has been conducted. Can anybody tell me the name of the country which has come up with the Operation Devil Hunt? Let me see who will be giving me the right answer to this question. Devil Hunt was being conducted by Bangladesh. So as a part of this operation, they are basically arresting the people who are trying to destabilize the peace in the nation. Okay, so that is the right answer to this question. Next question. So you have to tell me the name of the person who has been appointed as CEO of Unique Identification Authority of India, the organization which is responsible for issuing आधार कार्ड. आप सभी के पास आधार कार्ड है, राइट? 12 डिजिट का नंबर होता है उस पे, उसको इशू कौन करता है? UIDAI. उसके नए CEO का क्या नाम है? दैट इज व्हाट द क्वेश्चन. द क्वेश्चन राइट आंसर इज भुवनेश कुमार, ऑप्शन डी. Next question. Indian Navy will commission 3 frontline combatants at Naval Dockyard, Mumbai. We have to identify the name of these 3. ये जो 3 कॉम्बेटेंट है जिनको कमीशन किया जाएगा, राइट, उनका क्या नाम है? वन ऑफ देम इज द लीड शिप ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट 17A, वन ऑफ देम इज फोर्थ एंड द फाइनल शिप ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट 15B, एंड वन ऑफ देम इज सिक्स्थ एंड फाइनल सबमरीन ऑफ द स्कॉर्पियन क्लास प्रोजेक्ट. क्या नाम है इनका? द नेम इज वेरी इजी टू रिमेंबर, दैट इज नीलगिरी सूरत वागशीर. याद रखिए NSV, नीलगिरी सूरत वागशीर, राइट? So these are the 3 combatants which has been recently commissioned at a naval dockyard in Mumbai. So these are the 3 answers. I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next question. So Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports has announced National Sports Awards. तो नेशनल स्पोर्ट्स अवार्ड्स हम देखते हैं कि ध्यानचंद अवार्ड, अर्जुन अवार्ड दिया जाता है. तो यहां पर आपके सामने क्या क्वेश्चन है, आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है कि श्री गुकेश डी, हु इज वन ऑफ द पर्सन हु हैज रिसीव्ड मेजर ध्यानचंद खेल रत्न अवार्ड फॉर एक्सीलेंस इन विच स्पोर्ट, ये कौन से स्पोर्ट से एसोसिएटेड है? वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट डी गुकेश. D Gukesh, if you guys really remember the name guys, let me tell you that this person is the person who has really made us proud by winning so many accolades for the country, and he is from chess. He is associated with the game of chess. Next question is again about the National Sports Award 2024, and the question is about the Arjun Award Lifetime for outstanding performance in sports and games. So you have to tell me the name of the 2 people who have been given these awards. One person is the one who is being given this award for athletics, and the other one is for para swimming. So guys, आपको मुझे बताना है what exactly is the name of these 2 people. So quickly tell me in the chat box, what is the name? Let me see who will be giving me the right answer to this question. So right answer here is Sucha Singh and Murlikant Rajaram Petkar. So Sucha Singh was being given for athletics, Murlikant Rajaram Petkar has been given for para swimming. So guys, I believe ki you guys must have seen the one of the movies which was released last year, that was Chandu Champion, right? And that movie was basically the biopic of Murlikant Rajaram Petkar ji, who was the para swimmer, who is the para swimmer, and he has won this Arjun Award Lifetime for outstanding performance, and that is the right answer. Next question is India's metro network has exceeded what kilometers in total length? So guys, let me tell you कि इंडिया ने एक माइलस्टोन अचीव किया है, that India has achieved the metro length of 1000 kilometers, and with this it has become the 3rd largest network of metro globally after China and US. And yes, option B is the right answer. Next question. So India's first robotic arm relocatable robotic manipulator technology demonstrator was developed. So you have to tell me here कि इसको किस मिशन के लिए लॉन्च किया गया है? That is the RRMTD. So what exactly is the mission for which it has been launched? It has been launched for POEM 4 mission. ठीक है? POEM 4 mission, that is PS4 Orbital Experiment Module. The mission, POEM का नाम याद रखिए पूरा, POEM, right? PS4 Orbital Experiment Module. इसी के साथ हमने विस्तार का के बारे में पढ़ा था, तो विस्तार. So guys, whenever you see such kind of acronyms, always make sure that you are remembering them from exam point of view, because we see in the examination that the questions are being asked across these lines in the exam. Okay, so make sure you are remembering them. Let's move on to the next question. So Swiggy has partnered with NSE to launch a financial literacy program for delivery partners. You have to tell me the number of women delivery partners that it is aiming to enroll by 2030. 2030 तक कितने पार्टनर्स को ये ऑनबोर्ड करने वाला है स्विगी एज अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस इनिशिएटिव ऑफ स्विगी? द नंबर इज 1 lakh. So 1 lakh is the number that it is aiming. Next question, Blinkit has launched a 10-minute ambulance service. So guys, 10-minute ambulance service को recently launch किया Blinkit ने. आपको बताना है कि कौन सी सिटी के अंदर इसको लॉन्च किया गया है. Quickly tell me in the chat box what is the right answer here. So guys, let me give you a small hint. It is the same place where Aero India took place recently. It is the same place where Sun Space Weather Constellation Conference was held. It is the same place where Raman Research Institute is present, where जिसके उर्वशी सिन्हा को मिला है गेट्स कैम्ब्रिज अवार्ड. Now I think it will be very easy for you to identify the right answer. What is the right answer to this part? It is option A, that is Bengaluru is the right answer. Absolutely right. So is there any one person in this class who will be able to forget this information? Right? So when you will be connecting the different points together, you will be able to have a better mind mapping about this information, about that keyword. And when you will be doing this in a certain manner, then obviously you will be able to retain this different information. You will be able to bifurcate the information in the exam, right? क्योंकि एग्जाम में हमें सब कुछ देखने को मिलेगा कि हमने ऑलरेडी पढ़ा हुआ है, ठीक है? तो वहां पर हमें इंफॉर्मेशन पता होनी चाहिए कौन सी इंफॉर्मेशन किस चीज से रिलेट करती है. बढ़ते हैं अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. सो इंडिया हैज अचीव्ड फर्स्ट एवर लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकुलर असिस्ट डिवाइस. सो ये आपको बताना है कि कौन से हॉस्पिटल में, कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर इसको किया गया. तो बेसिकली इस डिवाइस का इंप्लांटेशन किया गया यूजिंग द हार्टमेट 3 डिवाइस एंड दिस वाज डन इन आर्मी हॉस्पिटल इन दिल्ली कैंट. तो दिल्ली कैंट के आर्मी हॉस्पिटल के अंदर इसको कनेक्ट किया गया था. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, Puma has announced its official entry into the badminton by appointing of its first brand ambassador. You have to tell me the name of the person. What is it? So my dear friends, the name of the person is PV Sindhu. PV Sindhu is the right answer. You guys must have seen one of the meme recently that Puma का नाम गलती से PVMA लिख दिया गया, right? So that was one of the initiative that was intentionally by Puma because it has onboarded PV Sindhu as its brand ambassador. So PVMA, that is PV Sindhu, आप इसको याद रख सकते हैं और इस पर्टिकुलर जरिए भी आप इसको याद रख सकते हैं. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. द डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म जिसको रिसेंटली डेवलप किया मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी ने, जिसके जरिए हम अपने बिजनेस डॉक्यूमेंट्स को स्ट्रीमलाइन कर सकते हैं. सो बिजनेस डॉक्यूमेंट मैनेजमेंट और वेरिफिकेशन को स्ट्रीमलाइन कर सकें, इसलिए इस पर्टिकुलर प्लेटफॉर्म को लॉन्च किया गया. व्हाट इज द नेम? द नेम इज एंटाइटी लॉकर. ठीक है, तो डिजी लॉकर की हम बात करते हैं जहां पर हम अपने इंपॉर्टेंट डॉक्यूमेंट्स को यहां पर सेव करके रख सकते हैं, बी इट आर ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस, राइट? सिमिलरली गाइस, लेट मी टेल यू दैट एंटाइटी लॉकर को लॉन्च किया गया एक डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म है जिसको नेशनल ई गवर्नेंस डिवीजन ने लॉन्च किया है अंडर द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी, जिसके जरिए हम अपने बिजनेस डॉक्यूमेंट्स को स्ट्रीमलाइन कर सकते हैं और उसको ऑनलाइन वेरीफाई भी करा सकते हैं. प्लीज नाम याद रखिएगा, एंटाइटी लॉकर. Next question is about India's first private semiconductor manufacturing facility that I've already told you. So it will be located in Kurnool. In which state? Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh is the same state, guys, where India's third launch pad has been recently announced, has been approved. Andhra Pradesh. Next question. Bio-E3 policy is spearheaded by which department? तो कौन से डिपार्टमेंट ने Bio-E3 पॉलिसी को लॉन्च किया है और इस पॉलिसी का क्या काम है कि हम हाई परफॉर्मेंस बायो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और इनोवेशन ड्रिवन R&D चाहते हैं हमारे बायोटेक्नोलॉजिकल सेक्टर के अंदर. सो व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट डिपार्टमेंट? द नेम ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट इज डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ बायोटेक्नोलॉजी. तो गाइस, कौन काम करेगा Bio-E3 पॉलिसी पे? Bio-E3 पॉलिसी के लिए एक ऐसा डिपार्टमेंट काम करेगा जो बायोटेक्नोलॉजी के ऊपर काम करता हो. सो दैट डिपार्टमेंट इज डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ बायोटेक्नोलॉजी इन आवर कंट्री. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, बेस्ट इलेक्टोरल प्रैक्टिसेस अबाउट 24-25 इन द बेस्ट गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट. तो यहां पर किसको दिया गया? फॉर प्रमोटिंग एंड डिसेमिनेटिंग द इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट द वोटिंग right? तो we all know कि last year general elections थे, that during that time so many campaigns were being launched by that particular department of the ministry, so many initiatives has been launched so that it can attract the people and it can basically let people to come and vote, right, and exercise that right of theirs. So what is the name of that ministry? It is Ministry of Railways. That is the right answer. That is Indian Railways, right? And the date on which we celebrate the Voters Day, तो किस डेट को हम वोटर्स डे सेलिब्रेट करते हैं? इट इज द डेट ऑन विच द इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया वाज बीन एस्टैब्लिश्ड. द राइट आंसर इज 25th of January. Guys, if you must have seen the last series 360 series session, we have talked about the 25th chief election commissioner of our country, right? Election commission of India के 25th chief election commissioner जो थे राजीव कुमार जी, he is retired and now you have to tell me the name of 26th chief election commissioner. तो ये आपके लिए होमवर्क है, ठीक है? दिस इज द होमवर्क फॉर यू. पिछला सिटी 360 सीरीज सेशन देखेंगे आप. इस सेशन के खत्म होने के बाद आफ्टर सम रेस्ट ट्राई टू वॉच द सेशन, ट्राई टू आइडेंटिफाई द नेम ऑफ 26th chief election commissioner of election commission of India. Okay, so here it is. 25th one is Rajiv Kumar. Next question, based on the recent flag off of the Sanjay battlefield surveillance system by defense minister, you have to identify the statements which are correct here. So okay, Sanjay battlefield surveillance system, you guys must have heard about the character Sanjay, who was having the superpower to do the surveillance across every corner of the Kurukshetra war in the Mahabharat, right? So इसी तरीके का मॉडर्न एरा के अंदर भी हमें एक सर्वेलेंस सिस्टम चाहिए which can do the surveillance of the battlefields. So इसीलिए संजय बैटलफील्ड सर्वेलेंस सिस्टम को लॉन्च किया है और उसके ऊपर आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है ये स्टेटमेंट्स. तो संजय सिस्टम इज डिजाइन टू एनहांस बैटलफील्ड ट्रांसपेरेंसी by creating a centralized common surveillance picture. Absolutely right. Second statement, it is indigenously developed by Indian Army along with the Bharat Electronics Limited and is scheduled for deployment of in 25 with a budget of 2402 crores. Third statement, it primarily focuses on aerial battlefield sensor and does not include ground based sensor. Guys, अगर ground based sensor नहीं होंगे, right, so it is going to be a very difficult job for the army to basically do the surveillance properly. तो यहाँ पर एरियल के साथ साथ ग्राउंड बेस्ड सेंसर भी होना जरूरी है. दैट्स व्हाई थर्ड स्टेटमेंट इज इनकरेक्ट. राइट आंसर टू द क्वेश्चन इज ऑप्शन ए, दैट इज 1 and 2. नाउ प्लीज टेल मी हु विल बी एबल टू फॉरगेट दिस इंफॉर्मेशन. याद रखिए संजय फ्रॉम महाभारत, नाउ ही हैज कम. प्लीज डोंट माइंड, आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू दिस इन ऑर्डर टू रिमेंबर दिस इंफॉर्मेशन. ठीक है, कोरिलेट करेंगे चीजों को, इजी रहेगा याद रखना फ्रॉम एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. संजय बैटलफील्ड सर्वेलेंस सिस्टम, दैट इज द राइट पार्ट दैट वी शुड रिमेंबर फ्रॉम एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. Next part, so which company has launched its massive New Glenn rocket? तो ये जो New Glenn rocket है जिसको recently launch किया है for with the goal of reaching the orbit, what is the name of this company? The name of the company is Blue Origin. Blue Origin is the right answer. Option C, Blue Origin is the right answer. Next question. The Fast-Track Immigration Trusted Traveler Program was launched to provide smoother immigration clearance for international travelers. तो जो हमारे इंटरनेशनल ट्रेवलर्स हैं उनको एक स्मूथ यहाँ पर इमिग्रेशन क्लियरेंस प्रोवाइड करना चाहते हैं कि उनका स्मूथ एक्सपीरियंस रहे. तो इसीलिए गाइस हमने इसको लॉन्च किया है FTI TTP को. उसके बारे में आपके पास 3 स्टेटमेंट्स हैं, आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है कौन सा स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट है. सबसे पहली स्टेटमेंट है दैट यस, it was launched at Indira Gandhi International Airport in New Delhi in 2024. Second statement, phase 1 जो program का covers 8 airports. Program is a part of Viksit Bharat 2047. Guys, I have already told you that this is the theme that we are going to see so many times in the upcoming period of time as well. ठीक है, तो इसको याद रखिएगा exam point of view से. So what is the right answer here? So here option D, all of the above is the right answer because all the statements are correct here and I can see Mitra, Happy, Gururaj, Nitya, Sanjeev, all the people have given the right answer to this question. Well done guys, it really shows कि आपकी प्रिपरेशन एक राइट डायरेक्शन में है और आप अच्छे से तैयारी कर रहे हैं. और इसी तरीके से हमें तैयारी करनी है, रिवीजन करनी है, एमसीक्यूज को सॉल्व करना है, अपने वीक एरियाज को एनालाइज करना है, आइडेंटिफाई करना है और एग्जाम के आने तक उन्हें स्ट्रेंथ एरियाज में कन्वर्ट कर लेना है. ठीक है, सो दिस इज समथिंग दैट वी वांट फ्रॉम ऑल ऑफ यू. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज अबाउट द खो-खो वर्ल्ड कप. वी ऑल नो कि द फर्स्ट एडिशन ऑफ खो-खो वर्ल्ड कप वाज बीन होस्टेड बाय इंडिया और उसी के ऊपर ये क्वेश्चन है. द क्वेश्चन इज इंडियन वुमेन टीम डिफीटेड नेपाल टू विन द टाइटल जो पहला एडिशन है, इट वाज होस्टेड बाय नेपाल. इंडियन मेंस टीम कैप्टन प्रतीक वाइकर हेल्ड द टीम टू विक्ट्री इन द फाइनल अगेंस्ट नेपाल. आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है कौन सा स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट है. आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू कि ये पहला एडिशन था जिसको इंडिया ने ही होस्ट किया. तो यहां पर सेकंड स्टेटमेंट इज सेइंग नेपाल ने होस्ट किया, तो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज इनकरेक्ट. राइट आंसर विल बी ऑप्शन बी, दैट इज 1 and 3. तो ऑप्शन स्टेटमेंट 1 and 3 इज द राइट आंसर. That is to this particular question. ठीक है. Now one more question. Can anybody tell me who was the brand ambassador of the Kho World Cup? Kho World Cup के brand ambassador का क्या नाम है? I am telling you the name of one. The second name you have to tell me in the comment section. The one of them is Salman Khan. तो एक ब्रांड एम्बेसडर का नाम है सलमान खान. आपको बताना है दूसरे ब्रांड एम्बेसडर का नाम कमेंट सेक्शन के अंदर. ओके. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज अबाउट द टेंजिंग नॉर्गे नेशनल एडवेंचर अवार्ड्स. तो इंडिया के जो टॉप मोस्ट अवार्ड्स हैं फॉर एडवेंचर, इट इज टेंजिंग नॉर्गे एडवेंचर अवार्ड. राइट. सो दिस ईयर दिस अवार्ड हैज बीन गिवन. यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द स्टेटमेंट व्हिच इज इनकरेक्ट हियर. तो जब भी आप इस अवार्ड्स को कवर करते हैं, प्लीज मेक श्योर यू आर रिमेंबरिंग द नेम ऑफ द पीपल हु हैव वन दिस अवार्ड. राइट. सो अगर हम बात करते हैं उदय कुमार फ्रॉम छपरा, ही हैज वन द अवार्ड फॉर लैंड एडवेंचर. सयानी दास has won for air adventure. Umesh Mallikarjun Zirpe has won it for lifetime achievement award. Which of the following statements are incorrect, guys? Quickly tell me in the chat box. इतना ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगाना है हमें ऐसे क्वेश्चन के अंदर. तो यहां पर अगर हम बात करते हैं राइट आंसर की, इट इज ऑप्शन डी, दैट स्टेटमेंट 2 ओनली इज द इनकरेक्ट पार्ट. क्योंकि अगर हम बात करें शयानी दास की, गाइस, तो शी हैज वन इट फॉर द वाटर एडवेंचर एंड नॉट द एयर एडवेंचर. एयर एडवेंचर के लिए वी आर हैविंग जेएम विजयन जो केरला से हैं, उनको मिला है एयर एडवेंचर के लिए. ठीक है. तो उदय कुमार का लैंड एडवेंचर में उन्होंने जीता है. सयानी दास वाटर एडवेंचर में है, वो वाटर एडवेंचर में काफी सयानी है, इसलिए उनको मिला है अवार्ड. उदय कुमार लैंड एडवेंचर, जेएम विजयन को विजय प्राप्त हुई एयर एडवेंचर के अंदर. उमेश ज़रपे हैज वन द लाइफ टाइम अचीवमेंट अवार्ड. तो इस तरीके से आप अपने तरीके से भी कोई ना कोई लिंक बना सकते हैं टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड टू रिटेन द इंफॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. ओके. सो दैट इज द राइट पार्ट. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सो श्रीराम हाउसिंग फाइनेंस उन्होंने रीब्रांड किया है खुद को आफ्टर इट्स एक्विजिशन बाय वारबर्ग पिंकस एंड को इन्वेस्टर्स. व्हाट इज द न्यू नेम ऑफ श्रीराम फाइनेंस? द न्यू नेम ऑफ श्रीराम फाइनेंस इज ट्रू होम फाइनेंस. Next question, what is the monthly pension which was announced by Odisha government for individuals? So guys, we all know emergency जब लगी थी इंडिया के अंदर from 1975 to 77 imposed by the government. During that part, the people who got arrested, तो उनको यहाँ पर जिनको imprisonment की गई थी, तो उनके लिए उड़ीसा गवर्नमेंट ने एक स्कीम लॉन्च की है जिसमें वो मंथली पेंशन देंगे ऐसे लोगों को. एंड दैट अमाउंट ऑफ द मंथली पेंशन विल बी 20,000. That is a monthly pension which is being given to these people, right? What is the name of the state government, Odisha government, which has come up with this scheme for the people who got imprisoned during the emergency period from 75 to 77? Next question, the name of the official mascot for first edition of Kho World Cup. तो Kho World Cup को अभी हमने recently cover किया, तो उसके ऑफिशियल मैस्कॉट को नाम याद रखना भी जरूरी है. So what was the mascot of the Kho World Cup, guys? It was Tejas and Tara. And when I already talked to you about the winner, India defeated Nepal in the finals to win the title, right? And both Indian women's team and men's team has won the title in this particular tournament. Apart from that, Salman Khan is one of the brand ambassadors. Second ambassador is homework for all of you. You have to tell me here. Okay. Now moving to the next question. India's first archaeological experiential museum. Again, I have already told you about this part. So ये कहाँ पर बना है? इंडिया का फर्स्ट आर्कियोलॉजिकल एक्सपीरियंशियल म्यूजियम, इट हैज बेसिकली लॉन्च्ड इन वाडनगर. ठीक है, वाडनगर के अंदर है, गुजरात के अंदर है. राइट, दैट इज द राइट आंसर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, इंडिया इनॉग्रेटेड फर्स्ट काउंसिल ऑफ साइंटिफिक इंडस्ट्रियल रिसर्च कॉम्प्लेक्स. तो CSIR, तो पहला हमारा CSIR कॉम्प्लेक्स कहां पर लॉन्च किया गया है? as India's first innovation cum incubation facility. इंडिया का पहला innovation cum incubation facility CSIR complex. It has been launched in Mumbai. That is the right answer. Next question. India conducted first ever 122nd ground test of an active cooled scramjet combustor. And we have to identify कि किस organization के साथ collaborate किया था. Which organization led this initiative to develop endothermic scramjet fuel? What is the name of that organization? The name of that organization is Defense Research and Development Laboratory. DRDL is the right answer. So I can see in the chat box, Mitra, Nitya, Sanjeev, Gururaj, all the people are giving me the right answers. वेल डन माय डियर फ्रेंड्स. मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सो इंडिया ने लॉन्च किया अपना फर्स्ट एस्ट्रोनॉमिकल ऑब्जर्वेटरी इन ईस्टर्न इंडिया. तो ईस्टर्न इंडिया की पहली एस्ट्रोनॉमिकल ऑब्जर्वेटरी ऑफ इंडिया, वेयर इट इज लोकेटेड? इट इज लोकेटेड इन पुरुलिया डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफ वेस्ट बंगाल. तो वेस्ट बंगाल के पुरुलिया के अंदर इसको लॉन्च किया गया है, एस्ट्रोनॉमिकल ऑब्जर्वेटरी इन ईस्टर्न इंडिया. इससे पहले हमने बात की थी कोडाईकनाल ऑब्जर्वेटरी की, राइट? तो जिसकी 125th एनिवर्सरी को कॉमेमोरेट किया गया रिसेंटली विद वन ऑफ द कॉन्फ्रेंसेस. यू हैव टू टेल मी वेयर एग्जैक्टली इट इज लोकेटेड. वी ऑलरेडी कवर्ड द 125th anniversary of Kodaikanal Observatory was celebrated and it is located in Tamil Nadu. ठीक है, एब्सोल्युटली राइट, तमिलनाडु की ये अंदर है. आपने दिया क्वेश्चन का सही आंसर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. इंडिया फर्स्ट प्राइवेट सैटेलाइट कॉन्स्टलेशन फायरफ्लाई. तो फायरफ्लाई को लॉन्च किया गया. ये फायरफ्लाई किसका इनिशिएटिव है? द फायरफ्लाई इज एन इनिशिएटिव ऑफ द पिक्सल. तो पिक्सल का इनिशिएटिव है फायरफ्लाई. ओके, फायरफ्लाई क्या है? फर्स्ट प्राइवेट सैटेलाइट कॉन्स्टलेशन ऑफ इंडिया. ठीक है, तो जब भी कोई चीज फर्स्ट टाइम होती है, इट बिकम्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस टू कवर फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, टू रिटेन इट फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. इंडियन क्रिकेटर बिकम द फर्स्ट एशियन वुमेन टू स्मैश 10 ODI सेंचुरीज. तो 10 ODI सेंचुरीज बनाने वाली पहली इंडियन वुमेन क्रिकेटर कौन सी बनी है? द नेम इज स्मृति मंधना. स्मृति मंधना इज द राइट आंसर. That is the right answer to this part. Apart from that, recently, Indian captain Rohit Sharma become the second highest six hitter in the one day international cricket. Guys, ODIs की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो earlier he was equaling the record of Chris Gayle with 331 sixes, but against a series against England, he has hit sixes and he created a record of 332 sixes in one day international cricket. This is a volatile number, it might get changed, but right now he is the second highest six hitter in the one day international cricket. And when we talk about the person who is leading this list, it is Shahid Afridi of Pakistan. तो पाकिस्तान के शाहिद अफरीदी यहाँ पर टॉप पर है in terms of most number of sixes in a one day international cricket. Next question. So chairman of the Atomic Energy Commission. तो new chairman of Atomic Energy Commission, what is the name? The name is Ajit Kumar Mohanty. Ajit Kumar Mohanty is the right answer. Next question. Two Indian company facilities included in the Global Lighthouse Network. Guys, World Economic Forum. तो वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम की ग्लोबल लाइट हाउस नेटवर्क के अंदर 2 सिटीज को इंक्लूड किया गया था, राइट? 2 कंपनी फैसिलिटीज को. तो ये कौन सी कंपनी की है? दैट इज व्हाट वी नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई. सो दीज आर बेसिकली सियट एंड हिंदुस्तान यूनिलीवर लिमिटेड. ठीक है, तो आप देख सकते हो कि ग्लोबल लाइट हाउस नेटवर्क, जिसको वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम ने 2018 के अंदर लॉन्च किया था, इसको मैकिन्सी कंपनी ने फाउंड किया है एंड इट रिकॉग्नाइजेस इंडस्ट्रियल साइट्स जिन्होंने बहुत अच्छे से परफॉर्म किया इन प्रोडक्टिविटी, सप्लाई चेन रेजिलियंस, कस्टमर सेंट्रिसिटी, सस्टेनेबिलिटी. तो इन सारे ही एरियाज में जो अच्छा काम करता है उसको हम इसका रिवॉर्ड करते हैं बाय इंक्लूडिंग देम इन द लिस्ट. तो वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम ने इस साल 2 इंडिया की कंपनीज को किया है. व्हाट इज द नेम? इट इज सियट एंड हिंदुस्तान यूनिलीवर लिमिटेड. नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज 7 ट्राइबल प्रोडक्ट्स फ्रॉम यूनियन टेरिटरी इन इंडिया रिसीव्ड GI टैग्स. तो एक सिंगल इंस्टांस में 7 GI टैग्स को लेने वाली, अचीव करने वाली वो यूनियन टेरिटरी का क्या नाम है? दैट इज व्हाट वी नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई हियर. ऑप्शंस आर बीइंग गिवन टू ऑल ऑफ यू. काइंडली ट्राई टू आइडेंटिफाई द राइट आंसर हियर. लेट अस सी हु विल बी गिविंग मी द राइट आंसर. So yes, the right answer to this question is Andaman Nicobar Islands. Andaman Nicobar Islands is the right answer. So it is the very first instance when one of the union territory has received 7 GI tags in a single instance. Next question. So which country's company partnered with the Indian Semiconductor Limited to set up India's first private semiconductor manufacturing facility? So guys, इंडिया की पहली प्राइवेट सेमीकंडक्टर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फैसिलिटी हम ऑलरेडी कवर कर चुके हैं, आंध्र प्रदेश में बनेगी. तो इसके लिए कौन सी कंट्री के साथ यहां पर साइन किया है हमने? क्विकली टेल मी इन द चैट बॉक्स. So what is the name of that country? The name of the country is Japan. So with Japan, we have signed up this particular initiative to come up with India's first private semiconductor manufacturing facility in Andhra Pradesh. Kurnool, Andhra Pradesh के अंदर इसको सेटअप किया गया है. Next part. So 77th Army Day celebrations were being launched. During that part, an app was being launched. What is the name of the app? The name of the app is Bharat Ranbhoomi Darshan. So this app was being launched, which is going to enable people to explore the historical war zones in India. तो जहां पर already war हो चुका है, which were one of the battlefields at one point of time in the history. Right now, the common people will be able to explore those war fields with the help of this app, that is Bharat Ranbhoomi Darshan. Next question, iconic cultural center in Jaffna, Sri Lanka has been built with the Indian assistance, and now let me tell you that it has been renamed after an Indian philosopher. What is the name of that person? The name of this particular center is Thiruvalluvar Cultural Center. Right? ये जो iconic cultural center जाफना के अंदर create किया गया in श्रीलंका, so इसका जो नाम रखा गया है, it is Thiruvalluvar Cultural Center. Right? That is the right answer. Next question, Donald Trump became the 47th president of the US. Which of the following records did he achieve during his presidency? So what was the record that he achieved? So first US president to serve 3 terms, oldest person ever elected president at 78 years old, first US president to face impeachment proceedings twice. So here let me tell you that both B and C are correct here. Option D is the right answer. Next question, the Honorary Citizen Award was been given by Singapore for his outstanding contribution to the country's growth and development. What is the name of this person? The person who has been given Honorary Citizen Award by Singapore, the name of the person is Tarun Das. Okay, he is the former Director General of CII. Next question, Satyajit Ray Lifetime Achievement Award was being given to which of the following person? तो किसको मिला था Satyajit Ray Lifetime Achievement Award? The award has been given to Aparna Sen. Aparna Sen has been given this particular award. Next question, exercise Devil Strike we have already covered. Exercise Devil Strike, which was a joint military exercise. It was conducted by which armed forces of India? Devil Strike से हमने Devil Hunt को भी cover किया था. पहले Devil Strike को discuss करते हैं. It was launched by Indian Army. Now when we talk about the Operation Devil Hunt, so guys, right now when we talk about the Operation Devil Hunt, it was being conducted by the Bangladesh, right? Next question, 42nd edition of Varun Naval Exercise. It was being conducted between India and France. Please tell me the name of the person, guys. Anybody of you who is not able to answer these questions, quickly tell me in the chat box. Are you guys able to identify the right answer to these questions? We have already discussed these questions with the help of mind mapping technique in our session already. Are you guys facing any difficulty in answering these questions? Please tell me in the chat box. Because it is very, very important for us to retain the information. So if you are able to retain, please tell me by giving me the thumbs up in the chat box, because it is very important that your retention levels are going higher, right? And with the help of this mind mapping technique, let me tell you that you will be able to retain most of the information from these sessions. So not just in this session, in the upcoming sessions as well, we will be using these mind mapping techniques so that we can provide you the bestest of the ways to retain information. क्योंकि एग्जाम के अंदर हमारे लिए सबसे important जो difficult चीज है, that is to retain these facts and figures from the different current affairs that we are going to see here, right? So उसको याद करने का सबसे सही तरीका है, like the scheme you can do by storytelling part, but for these GA sessions we can use mind mapping technique. Okay, I can see in the chat box that most of the people are liking this way. That's really great, guys. That really shows that yes, you are retaining the information from exam point of view. Well done to you. Now let's move on to the next question. Next question is about Aadhaar face authentication. For Aadhaar face authentication का जो एक medium है, उसमें we have come up with a milestone in terms of number of transactions achieved. You have to tell me here that what exactly is that milestone that we have achieved. What is that milestone? We have achieved the total number of transactions of 100 crore. ठीक है, 100 crore Aadhaar face authentication transactions we have seen. That is the right answer, guys. Similarly, अगर हम बात करते हैं, recently we talked about the milestone which has been achieved by the India in terms of the length of metro. तो अगर हम बात करें इंडियन मेट्रो की, what was that milestone? That was the milestone of 1000 kilometers of metro length. Apart from that, let me tell you that India has also achieved another milestone of installed solar capacity in our country. And what is that number? 100 gigawatt. We have crossed 100 gigawatt of the installed solar capacity installations in our country. So these three milestones, please remember. It is very easy to remember. 100 crore for Aadhaar enabled Aadhaar face authentication, 1000 kilometer metro, 100 gigawatt hour for the installed solar capacity in our country. Very easy to remember. Are you guys facing any difficulty in remembering this part? Please tell me in the chat box. Let's move to the next question. Women's singles title at India Open Badminton. Who is the winner? So whenever we are covering these tournaments, it is very important to remember the winner. The winner of this event was एनसे यंग ऑफ साउथ कोरिया. ठीक है, अगर हम मेन सिंगल्स की बात करते हैं, विक्टर एक्सेल्सन फ्रॉम डेनमार्क, इन्होंने इस इवेंट को जीता है. इन द वुमेन्स पार्ट, एनसे यंग ऑफ साउथ कोरिया वन दिस पर्टिकुलर इवेंट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, द इंडियन साइड विच वर फीचर्ड ऑन द 2025 वर्ल्ड मॉन्यूमेंट वॉच लिस्ट. सो गाइस, वर्ल्ड मॉन्यूमेंट वॉच लिस्ट में इसमें से कौन सा जो मॉन्यूमेंट है इंडिया का दैट फीचर्ड ऑन द लिस्ट? इट वॉज द मूसी रिवर हिस्टोरिक बिल्डिंग एंड भुज हिस्टोरिक वाटर सिस्टम्स. ऑप्शन बी इज द राइट आंसर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन अबाउट भारत क्लाइमेट फोरम, जिसके बारे में हमने ऑलरेडी कवर किया था. भारत क्लीन टेक फोरम की बात की थी, अब हम बात करेंगे भारत क्लाइमेट फोरम की, विच वॉज बीन लॉन्च टू एक्सेलरेट क्लीन टेक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एंड सपोर्ट इंडियाज क्लाइमेट एंड इकोनॉमिक गोल्स. यू हैव टू टेल मी द नेम ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विच हैव टुगेदर ऑर्गेनाइज दिस इवेंट, hosted this event. So the name of these organizations are Center for Indigenous Economic Understanding, CIEU, and the Dalberg Advisors. So both of them have together come up with this initiative. Next question, Tianjin Shingli Tunnel was constructed in which of the following to enhance connectivity between Central Asia and Eastern China? So Belt and Road Initiative के अंडर इनको कनेक्ट करने के लिए जो तियानशंग शिंगली टनल है, इसको कंस्ट्रक्ट किया गया. व्हाट इज द नेम वेयर इट इज लोकेटेड? इट इज लोकेटेड इन चाइना. चाइना इज द राइट आंसर. काफी इजी है, याद रखना. बेल्ट एंड रोड इनिशिएटिव किसका है? विच कंट्री हैज कम अप विद द बेल्ट एंड रोड इनिशिएटिव? इट इज चाइना. सो द तियानशिंग शिंगली टनल इज आल्सो देयर इन चाइना. Next question, India and Spain announced 2026 as the dual year to enhance collaboration. Which of the following focus areas? India and Spain has come up and they have announced that we will be celebrating year as a dual year. What are the focus areas of this year? The focus areas will be culture, tourism and artificial intelligence. Right? Now apart from this, when we talk about the year of reforms, so the Ministry of Defense has announced that year 2025 will be the year of reforms. When we talk about the animal welfare month, which has been announced by Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying, it was 14 January to 13 February. That is the right answer. Next question, the Lokpal of India. What is the tenure of the Lokpal of India, जिसने recently first foundation day को celebrate किया है? What is that particular part? What is the tenure of the Lokpal of India? The tenure of the Lokpal of India is of 5 years until the age of 70, right? Whichever is earlier. इसको establish किया गया था 2014 के अंदर. It is a key anti-corruption body to strengthen governance. So guys, हम चाहते हैं कि जो हमारी governance है वो एकदम corruption free रहे, तो इसलिए एक anti-corruption body को बनाया गया. That is the Lokpal. Next question is on National Red Run 2.0. We have to identify here at which of the following places it was held. National Red Run 2.0, in which we basically raise awareness among the youth about HIV. What is the name of the place? The name is Miramar Beach of Panaji in Goa. तो गोवा के अंदर इस इनिशिएटिव को लॉन्च किया गया था. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मेंटल हेल्थ रिहैबिलिटेशन NIMHR was inaugurated at which of the following locations? Let me tell you guys that the 600 megawatt Omkareshwar solar plant, solar park, is also located in the same state. What is the name of that state? Can anybody tell me in the chat box? The name of the state is Madhya Pradesh, and the place where the National Institute of Mental Health Rehabilitation is there, it is in Sehor. तो सेहोर मध्य प्रदेश के सेहोर डिस्ट्रिक्ट के अंदर इसको इनॉग्रेट किया गया है. और ओमकारेश्वर सोलर पार्क 600 मेगावाट का वो कहां पर है? इट इज देयर इन मध्य प्रदेश, खांडवा डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफ मध्य प्रदेश. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, what is the name of the person who facilitated the awarding of 7 GI tags for the tribal products from Andaman Nicobar Islands? Recently we just covered the Andaman Nicobar Islands got 7 GI tags at a single instance. Now we are talking about the GI person of India, the GI man of India. Who is the GI man of India, guys? Rajinikanth. याद रखिए, GI tag of GI man of India, that is Rajinikanth. ठीक है, option B is the right answer. Next question, Eastern India's first astronomical observatory. So we have already covered this part, guys. East India की first astronomical observatory को कहाँ launch किया गया है? We have already asked you this question earlier as well. In Purulia, West Bengal, right? So it is in Garpanchkot Hills in Purulia, West Bengal. That is the right answer. So this is a repetition of the question, but I believe कि इस repetition से भी you are able to revise this information, this piece of information again, and this led to a proper revision of your information, right? I hope, guys, that it is going to help you out. Let's move on to the next question. The World Health Organization We all know that recently US has announced its withdrawal from the WHO. Now you have to tell me in which year WHO was established. So whenever such kind of international organization is there in the news article, we need to understand and we need to cover when it was established, where is its headquarters, who is the head of this organization. So here guys, it is the year 1948 when WHO was established. Next question, the Gates Cambridge Impact Prize 2025. I already told you that this award has been given to a person who is from Raman Research Institute in Bangalore. The name of the person is Urvashi Sinha. Option D, Urvashi Sinha is the right answer. I believe कि अब जब आप क्वेश्चन को देख रहे होंगे तो आपको आंसर एकदम माइंड में रेडी होगा कि हाँ, this is the right answer to this question. If this is the scenario, please give me a thumbs up in the chat box. If this is the scenario when you are just looking at the question and answer is striking to your mind, कि okay, Gates Cambridge Impact Prize, we have already covered. We connected it with the Bangalore point, Raman Research Institute, Urvashi Sinha. If you are able to retain this information, please give me a thumbs up so that I can also get the surety that yes, whether we are going in the right direction or not. So are you able to understand this? Are you able to retain this information, guys? Please tell me in the chat box. अगर हम बात करें बेंगलुरु की, so we have already covered other important parts about बेंगलुरु. बेंगलुरु के अंदर क्या हुआ? एरो इंडिया बेंगलुरु के अंदर हुई, ठीक है? We have already covered this part. अगर हम बात करते हैं बेंगलुरु की गए, so we have covered other important parts as well, like for example sun space weather constellation conference also took place in बेंगलुरु. ब्लिंकिट की एम्बुलेंस सर्विस कहां पर लॉन्च हुई? बेंगलुरु के अंदर लॉन्च हुई, right? So we have already covered all this information from exam point of view, right? I can see in the chat box. So thank you, Happy, Nitya, Gurkirat, Swapnil, Mitra, Ravi, that yes, you guys are able to answer these questions by just looking at the question. That is your achievement from this session. ये आपकी achievement है, आपका hard work है कि आप इन चीजों को याद कर पा रहे हैं, because you are there in the session till now at this point of time of the session. बढ़ते हैं अगले question की तरफ. Next question is Ministry of Commerce and Industry set a target to register how many GI products by 2030? कितने GI products को हम चाहते हैं register करना by 2030? Please remember the milestone, that is 10,000. तो 10,000 GI tags register करना चाहते हैं. अगर हम बात करते हैं आधार enabled face authentication की, तो कौन सा टारगेट हमने अचीव किया है? 100 करोड़. 100 करोड़ का माइलस्टोन हमने अचीव किया है. इसके अलावा अगर हम मेट्रो लेंथ की बात करते हैं तो 1000 किलोमीटर metro length we have achieved. When we talk about the solar capacity installations in our country, we have achieved the number of 100 gigawatt. So all these targets, please remember from the exam point of view, all these milestones, try to remember exam point of view. These are in the multiples of 10. That's why I have just clubbed all of them together so that you can retain it from the exam point of view. Okay. I can see in the chat box that yes, all the people are able to answer these questions again. Well done, guys. Let's move on to the next question. The organization which partnered with UNESCO for Artificial Intelligence Readiness Assessment Methodology. Which of the following organization has collaborated with this part, with the UNESCO for this? It is MITI, that is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Guys, artificial readiness की बात हो रही है. Artificial intelligence की अगर हम बात करें इंडिया के अंदर, which ministry will be working for it? Electronics के उसमें काम आता है, right? So basically, what is the right answer? MITI, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Next question, based on the Padma Awards 2025 announced, which of the following statements is or are correct? Guys, we have seen Padma Awards were being announced recently, right? So it is very important for us to do some background information of Padma Awards as well. So फटाफट से इस question को पहले solve करेंगे, then we will be trying to identify and going back to the Padma Awards. So here Padma Awards conferred in 3 categories: Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri. कभी भी आप देखते हैं कोई famous personality who passed away recently. So most of the times we see that these are the people who are the winners of Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan. That's why they are renowned and that's why we are covering them in our news articles from the exam point of view. Next important point, Padma Shri is awarded for distinguished service of higher order और इस साल 113 recipients को award मिला है. Padma Vibhushan awarded for exceptional and distinguished service and 7 individuals were conferred this award. So here guys, option E2 is the statement, which is the one which is incorrect here. Let's try to move on to the Padma Awards. So Padma Awards are one of the highest civilian awards which are being given in our nation in the different fields, the different disciplines, for example, art, social work, public affairs, science and engineering, trade and industry. तो यहाँ पर across different fields it is being given. अगर हम बात करते हैं किस कैटेगरी के अंदर दिया जाता है, so there are 3 different levels. फॉर एग्जाम्पल पद्म विभूषण अवार्ड फॉर एक्सेप्शनल एंड डिस्टिंग्विश सर्विस, इस साल 7 पीपल हैव बीन अवार्डेड एज अ पद्म विभूषण. नाउ पद्म भूषण की बात करते हैं, इट इज अवार्डेड फॉर डिस्टिंग्विश सर्विस फॉर हायर ऑर्डर. ठीक है, याद रखिए पद्म विभूषण इज अबाउट एक्सेप्शनल एंड डिस्टिंग्विश सर्विस, बट Padma Bhushan is for distinguished service of higher order. 19 awards has been given to this particular, 19 people have been awarded with the Padma Bhushan this year. Now the third one is Padma Shri. It is awarded for distinguished service in any field. किसी भी फील्ड में अगर distinguished service की है तो पद्म श्री मिलेगा, अगर हायर ऑर्डर की distinguished सर्विस की है तो पद्म भूषण मिलेगा, और अगर एक्सेप्शनल और डिस्टिंग्विश्ड सर्विस की है तो उसके लिए पद्म विभूषण अवार्ड विल बी गिवन. Right, and this year you can see here guys the total 139 awards have been given, and you can see here the name of the people, Rijit Singh, then we have Ravichandran Ashwin who have also won this award this years. So when we talk about this part here guys, so let us first focus on the Padma Vibhushan guys, because 113 Padma Shri, 19 Padma Bhushan you will not be able to retain, but yes, at least Padma Vibhushan को हम याद कर सकते हैं. Only 7 awardees are there. So here we can see Nageshwar Reddy has been given this award for medicine. Shri Jagdish Singh Khehad has won this award for public affairs. Rajnikant Lakhia has won this award for art. Lakshmi Narayan Subramaniam for art. Vasudevan Nair has been given posthumously for literature and education. Osamu Suzuki, we have already covered Osamu Suzuki guys. He was the person under whom Suzuki company and Maruti have collaborated together, and the iconic car Maruti 800 that you know very well about. So basically that was launched also under the Osamu Suzuki, who passed away recently, right? So trade and industry के लिए इनको मिला है, and Sharda Sinha has been given award for art. We already saw Sharda Sinha ji. She's, so I think there is some technical error here. So do not worry about, I already shown you this particular slide where Arijit Singh, Sharda Sinha and Ravichandran Ashwin were there, right? So Sharda Sinha is the one who has won this Padma Vibhushan award. I hope this is clear. बढ़ते हैं अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. So the International Tennis Federation announced the world champions for 2024. तो मेंस कैटेगरी में what is the name of the person who was a men's champion? The person who was named the ITF world champion in men's category is Jannik Sinner. So Jannik Sinner is the right answer. Women's category में Iga Swiatek of Poland was named the ITF world champion. Women's category में Iga Swiatek is the right answer, and in the men's category it is the Jannik Sinner. That is the right answer. Next question. India had the largest country participation at Him Textile 2025. Okay. So where exactly this event took place? ये जो Him Textile event है ये कहां पर हुआ था? It took place in Frankfurt, Germany. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. ब्यूरो ऑफ एनर्जी एफिशिएंसी एंड एनर्जी रिसोर्सेज इंस्टीट्यूट, इन्होंने एक एमओयू साइन किया है फॉर द एस्टैब्लिशमेंट ऑफ सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस. सो गाइस देयर इज अ सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस ऑन एनर्जी ट्रांजिशन. सो द COEET विल बी हाउस्ड एट टेरिस इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ एनर्जी एट इट्स कैंपस इन विच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग प्लेसेस. ये कैंपस कहां पर है जहां पर इस सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस को सेटअप किया जाएगा? इट इज लोकेटेड इन हैदराबाद. हैदराबाद इज द राइट आंसर. Next question. The person who has been elected as the Prime Minister of Republic of Ireland. आयरलैंड के नए प्राइम मिनिस्टर का क्या नाम है? The person is Michael Martin. Next question. Dr. K.M. Cherian, a pioneer of Indian cardiac surgery. He passed away recently, guys. Let me tell you, he was the first person to do this surgery, and that particular surgery was performing India's first heart bypass surgery. तो इसको कंडक्ट करने वाले कौन पर्सन थे? Dr. K.M. Cherian, who passed away recently. He is the pioneer of the Indian cardiac surgery. Next question. Indian physical disability cricket team has won the PD Champions Trophy. So PD Champions Trophy को जीता है इन्होंने. What is the name of the team? So which team India defeated in the tournament final? It was England. So England को इन्होंने finals में हराया, and India won the Indian Physical Disability Champions Trophy 2025. And right now we are seeing that Champions Trophy is taking place where India is fighting with the Bangladesh in the today's match. Apart from that, let me tell you guys another important point. See, last year India won the T20 World Cup. Can anybody tell me the name of the team which was defeated by India in the finals? Which team India defeated in the finals to win the ICC Men's T20 World Cup? That was South Africa. And let me tell you that right now, recently, Indian under 19 women's cricket team has defeated the South African team to won the Under-19 Cricket World Cup. तो अंडर 19 क्रिकेट वर्ल्ड कप को जीतने के लिए इंडियन टीम ने साउथ अफ्रीकन टीम को डिफीट किया. तो यू कैन डेफिनेटली रिटेन इट फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस ईयर विन ऑफ इंडिया. ओके, आई होप दैट यू विल बी एबल टू रिटेन दिस इंफॉर्मेशन. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सो इन जनवरी 2025 अप्रूव द एस्टैब्लिशमेंट ऑफ विच लॉन्च पैड. तो गाइस अभी हमने बात की थी आंध्र प्रदेश के अंदर कौन सा लॉन्च पैड बनेगा. आर यू गाइस फेसिंग एनी डिफिकल्टी टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन? Please tell me. We have already covered that government has approved the third launch pad. Third launch pad is the right answer. It will be created in Andhra Pradesh. Next question. Uttarakhand government collaborated with Gurkirat Consulting Engineers from which of the following countries and they will be developing and exploring geothermal energy in the state. तो यहाँ पर एक स्टेट के अंदर जियोथर्मल एनर्जी को एक्सप्लोर किया जाएगा, डेवलप किया जाएगा. बट ये कौन सी कंट्री का है? वर्किस इंजीनियर्स, कंसल्टिंग इंजीनियर्स. इट इज फ्रॉम Iceland. Option A is the right answer. Next question. The name of India's first indigenous micro missile system which is designed to counter swarm drones. तो जो swarm drones हैं उनको काउंटर करने के लिए एक माइक्रो मिसाइल सिस्टम को लॉन्च किया है. What is the name? What is its name? The name is Bhargavastra. Bhargavastra is the name of that particular India's first indigenous micro missile system to counter the swarm missile drones, right? To counter swarm drones. That is the right answer. Next question. Please tell me the name of that organization which was honored with the prestigious award in the electronic media category of Election Commission of India. My dear friends, recently we have already covered that Indian Railways won the award, right? Now in the media category, what is the name of that news channel or that particular media entity which has won this award for disseminating the information about the India's general election which took place last year? Let me tell you, one of that initiative was चुनाव का पर्व देश का गर्व. So the name of that organization is Doordarshan. Doordarshan has won this particular award. Next question. President of US signed an executive order to withdraw from the Paris Agreement. Guys, एक चीज start हो गई है that basically withdrawing from the different organizations and the agreements, right? इससे पहले we have already discussed that US announced its withdrawal from the WHO. Now it has withdrawal from the Paris Agreement. Now you have to identify regarding the Paris Agreement which of the following statements is incorrect. First statement, Paris Agreement एक legally binding international treaty है climate change के ऊपर. Absolutely right, climate change के ऊपर है ये. इसको adopt किया था 196 parties ने at the UN Climate Change Conference in Paris, France in 2016. Guys, if I talk about this part, it was in 2015. So second statement is the one which is incorrect. So if you have already found the right answer in the second statement itself, there is no requirement for moving on to the third three statements remaining, right? In the examination. Okay, examination में इन three statements को बिल्कुल पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है क्योंकि आपने already see उसको cover तभी करना until and unless यहाँ पर option ऐसा हो both A and B, both B and C, both C and D. उस केस में आप definitely बाकी जो हमारे options हैं उनके ऊपर भी जाइएगा. बट अगर ऐसे ही ऑप्शंस है तो यहां पर आपको आगे जाने की कोई रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है. ऑप्शन बी इज द राइट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन. मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सो विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग मिनिस्ट्रीज ऑर्गेनाइज 6-day मेगाविंड भारत पर्व. तो भारत पर्व को लॉन्च किया 26 to 31 जनवरी के बीच में. व्हाट वाज द थीम ऑफ इट? सो किस मिनिस्ट्री ने लॉन्च किया, क्या थीम थी? द नेम ऑफ द मिनिस्ट्री वाज Ministry of Tourism and the theme of this event was Dekho Apna Desh. Guys, we all know that government of India is promoting the tourism in our country by launching this kind of campaign that is Dekho Apna Desh और इसीलिए इसको launch किया गया है. Next question guys, now we are at the final question of our today's session and the question is Director General of Shipping signed an MOU with which of the following scientific society under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, and the main aim of this MOU is to advance technological innovation and excellence in India's maritime sector. India के maritime sector में excellence लेकर आना, that is what the aim of this particular initiative. Please quickly tell me in the chat box what is the right answer. So right answer to this question is option B, that is Center for Development of Advanced Computing. CDEC is the right answer to this question. Absolutely right. I can see Happy, Gururaj or Nitya, Swapnil, all the people have given me the right answer to this question. That is option B, that is Center for Development of Advanced Computing. The last question of the today's session, that is question number 115. And guys, with this part, we are done with the most important current affairs that we were required to cover from the exam point of view from the month of January, and people who are preparing for, who are going to appear in the NPS grade officer exam. Let me tell you my dear friends that it is very important कि हम एक लास्ट मंथ का करंट अफेयर सबसे अच्छे से कवर करके जाएं, और आज के सेशन के अंदर हमने ऑलरेडी इस पार्ट को कवर कर लिया है, राइट। तो आपकी जनवरी की रिवीजन हो गई है। अब कल लेट मी टेल यू गाइस एक सेशन होगा जहां पर गुरकीरत सर आपके लिए लेकर आएंगे कुछ और इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस which will be from the some of the question from month of February and some question will be from the month of December also। तो यहां पर क्योंकि जनवरी का पार्ट हमने ऑलरेडी कवर कर लिया है तो आपके लिए काफी अच्छा रिलीफ है। और इसके अलावा जो और बाकी स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिन्होंने इसको कवर किया है, जो किसी और एग्जाम की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं, तो उनके लिए भी ये जनवरी का मंथ काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है। ओके, so my dear friends, that was all from the today's session, and again I am telling you my dear friends that these monthly revision series are really very important for your preparation, and today we have covered the current affairs part, that is the current app document of our current affair document, right। करंट ऐप डॉक्यूमेंट जिसके अंदर हम जीए प्लस ईएसआई और जीए प्लस फाइनेंस को कवर करते हैं। हमने सारे ही सेक्शंस को कवर किया आज के सेशन के अंदर, और जो आपका नेक्स्ट सेशन होगा दैट विल बी टेकिंग प्लेस नेक्स्ट थर्सडे, दैट विल बी कंडक्टेड ऑन द रिपोर्ट्स। तो मेक श्योर कीजिएगा कि आप अगले सेशन के अंदर अपने रिपोर्ट्स वाले पार्ट को अच्छे से कवर करके आए, और we will be seeing that who among you have really revised everything from the exam point of view. Apart from that guys, let me tell you that every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at 7 AM we are having CT 360 series session। अगर आप उसको ज्वाइन नहीं करते हैं तो उसको ज्वाइन करना स्टार्ट कीजिए। Apart from that at 10 AM we are having the finance 360 series session जहां पर हम important finance current affairs को कवर करते हैं। कृतिका मैम discusses the most important finance current affairs। तो if you are missing out anyhow on these sessions guys, let me tell you that it is very important for you to join these sessions, because अगर हम सुबह see guys अर्ली मॉर्निंग पर अगर हम सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीजों को कवर कर पा रहे हैं तो आई डोंट थिंक दैट देयर इज समथिंग विच इज बेटर देन दैट, राइट। So I believe that you will be joining us in those sessions. So Mitra, do not worry, जो आगे का प्लान है we will definitely tell you about that, right? कि अभी हम जनवरी के बाद फरवरी पर फोकस करेंगे या दिसंबर पर फोकस करेंगे, we will definitely come up with the plan regarding that. Right now we are in the month of जनवरी रिवीजन, और जनवरी का रिवीजन अभी तक हमने स्कीम का किया है और करंट टैप डॉक्यूमेंट का किया है। इसके बाद आपका रिपोर्ट्स टैप और आरबीआई न्यूज टैप इज स्टिल पेंडिंग। सो आई बिलीव कि यू मस्ट बी वेरी वेरी एक्साइटेड फॉर दोज सेशंस एज वेल। एंड नाउ माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, अगर आप में से किसी को कोई भी प्रॉब्लम है रिगार्डिंग द टुडेज सेशन तो डेफिनेटली आप कमेंट सेक्शन के अंदर अपनी प्रॉब्लम को बताइए हमें, वी विल बी रिजॉल्विंग दैट पार्ट। Apart from that, if you want us to do something, to work on something to make these sessions much better, then definitely please put that part in the comment section, and we will really be happy to hear it from you, because at the end of the day these sessions are being organized for your benefits, right? And let me tell you guys, if you are someone who is basically feeling disheartened और यहाँ पर कोई यहाँ पर पैनिक हो जा रहा है कि यार मेरे को तो बहुत कम चीजें ही आती, आज के जो सेशन हुआ रिवीजन तो हुई मेरी बट काफी चीजें थी जो मैं भूल गया या फिर काफी चीजें जो मैंने नहीं पढ़ी, गाइज लेट मी टेल यू, आपको यहाँ पर हताश और निराश होने की जरूरत नहीं है। सो मेनी पीपल आर बेसिकली विल बी फेसिंग सच काइंड ऑफ इश्यूज, एंड इफ यू आर फेसिंग दिस इश्यू दैट रियली शोज दैट यू आर रियली वेरी सीरियस अबाउट योर ड्रीम ऑफ बिकमिंग द नेक्स्ट ऑफिसर। तो इस केस में आपको क्या करना है, आप डेफिनेटली आप अपनी क्वेरी हमें ईमेल कर सकते हैं hello@edutap.co.in पर, या फिर आप कॉल कीजिए हमारी टीम को, वी कैन हैव अ सेशन विद यू, एक मेंटर सेशन हम आपके साथ कंडक्ट कराएंगे सो दैट वी कैन रिजॉल्व ऑल योर डाउट्स रिलेटेड टू your current affair preparation from the exam point of view. And my dear friends, I believe that today's session was really useful and fruitful to all of you. अगर किसी की कोई query है definitely आप पूछ सकते हैं comment section के अंदर, I will be really happy to answer those queries. So Mitra is asking sir, current app magazine कैसे buy कर सकते हैं? So Mitra, if you have enrolled to our course, right? जो स्टूडेंट्स ने हमारे एडुटैप के कोर्स को एनरोल किया है, दे आर गेटिंग दिस करंट अफेयर डॉक्यूमेंट्स व्हिच इंक्लूड्स current app, schemes tab, reports tab and RBI news tab. For every different type of current affair we are having a separate structured format and the document. For example, all RBI notifications are in the RBI news tab document, all schemes of month are in the schemes tab document, all reports are in the month of the particular month are in the reports tab document, and all the remaining current affairs are covered in the current tab document. In these three sections that we have covered today. Okay, So I can see here in the chat box that yes, people are saying that yes, they have really enjoyed the today's session. They really liked it. So guys, apart from that, you can also mention about your views in the comment section, that how exactly the today's session was. If you want us to improve on something, we will definitely work on it. So I can see that right now there are no more queries in this particular session. That means it is a good time to conclude the session, guys. Now we will be meeting you in the next session. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Wish you all happy learning.